goes dark and the world won't start, you know who to call, yeah. Frozen screen, 3 days now and you're losing your mind. I see it typing but nothing's working right. Daniel's got that look in his eyes. From sunrise to the end of the day, you're always fixing what's broken away. Why do you always stay when everyone else would walk away? Like I'd understand. Your hands move fast across the keyboard, magic, making sense of what I can't comprehend. From sunrise to the end of the day, you're always fixing what's broken away. Why do you always stay when everyone else would walk away? Why do you always care? Parts. Maybe it's about the way you see. Every problem has a beating heart. You won't give up on me. Now the screen's alive and everything's running smooth. You pack your tools with that quiet smile. I know tomorrow when something breaks loose, you'll be back here in a little while. That's why you always stay when everyone else walk away. That's why you always care. That's why you're always there. The screen goes dark and the world won't stop. I know who to call, yeah.
Welcome. Today is Monday, which is a good day for me sometimes. I'm a little tired. But today is Judge David Fleischier. And I like this guy. He tells the truth. He tells it like it is. So let's get started with this. Share screen. Go back. Let me just figure in StreamYard. Excuse me.
Mr. Thurman, you're back. Okay. So I told you before, two of my main concerns are, or my two main concerns are, number one, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction where you're wanted from? And number two, most importantly, are you a danger to my public? I take public, safety. It's as important as my hair. You know what I mean? It's that important, right? Because I don't want anything to happen out there with my name attached to a bond. I try everything in my power to ensure that everybody's protected. And I see that you're wanted for a really serious case. It's an armed robbery, right? I mean, that's what you're wanted for. There's no denying it. That's what it says on the paperwork.
He's on lifetime probation in Michigan.
Lifetime, there's such a thing as lifetime probation.
There is.
Yes.
Whoa.
So that Kate, I'll let you do the talking.
No, he did his time and he got out and lifetime probation out of Michigan. So that's what's happened. I believe it got,
So how on what would, aside from like a murder case,
So he was
what
charged
would
with
Garner?
murder twice, along with 2 armed robberies.
I wasn't charged twice for no murder.
It just shows up.
it just shows up
Oh, I
twice.
was about to say, I wasn't charged
Murder
twice.
along with armed robbery or aggravated robbery in our jurisdiction. He's placed on probation. Since that time, he's been charged in our jurisdiction with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and felon possession of a weapon. In those, he had bond conditions when it started off, where he was ordered to have a GPS monitor. He has had multiple curfew violations on top of that noted. And so I do believe he's a safety risk, because even with literally an ankle monitor, he doesn't follow court conditions. And so I believe he is a safety and flight risk. And the fact that there was a weapon involved with multiple witnesses, some of them children, even threatening to murder them, is that I would be opposed to a bond being set. Also, it should be noted that because of the way the probation was transferred, I can't confirm, so I can't approach on it yet. But from what I see on the system is that he moved the probation to Texas, which means there's an ICA. But I don't have the documents, which is why I can't present them. If there's an ICA hold, he is ineligible for a bond, because that's an ICA hold. I don't have it, which is why I can't say. But if I get the documents.
Interstate compact agreement.
I understand. May I speak, Your Honor? Okay. After we talking about the probation, I'm at the probation, the GPS curfew wise, my judge knows all that was going on. So he knows every information and why I've been late. I have evidence of why I'm late. So he knows everything that's going on with my GPS.
You're not supposed to be late.
He knows why though. So
I understand that.
That's why he overlooked. He said, okay, it's fine. He said it was fine.
Quick question, is it a motion to adjudicate?
Well, no, it's still an open case. It's not under probation, but you're just asking if they do a bond violation report. They did on November 1st, 2024. They filed a motion to revoke.
Oh, so it's recent.
It's very recent.
So they've not
this month.
heard, okay, and then so there's not been a hearing on that yet, right?
No, but that's even after they amended the order. Also, he has further bond violation reports on December 18, 2023, another one on November 28, 2023, and that's after they amended it twice. One moment. So he seems to be agreeing with this. So the fact that he has 3 violations on top of having lifetime probation and a possible ICA, obviously, I'm still opposed for him.
Why are you on lifetime probation?
That's the way they set it up as. I took the plea deal.
What are you on probation for?
The armed robbery conspiracy coming armed robbery. I did 5.5 years, came home off lifetime probation. And to continue what I'm saying, so I'm a threat to, a flight risk. I can't be a flight risk. Every court that they said I came every single time. Every court that Michigan have set, I flew out there every single time. I knew I was getting locked up Monday. They told me that Thursday, I still showed up to court and got locked up. So there's no flight risk in this whatsoever. If I've been showing up every single time.
And you may be showing up, but at the end of the day, you continue to do what you want to do without regard to bond conditions.
And what do you mean by that, Your Honor?
Meaning that they put you a GPS monitor, and they give you a curfew,
Yes.
and you don't abide by the curfew.
I was working, Your Honor. That's why the judge has stated, because they had my probation curfew time at us. I forgot what time it had as, but I had started my new job because I came, got locked up, lost my other job. He said, okay, the violation he's talking about, I came into court and talked to the judge, and he extended my curfew. He was like, okay, you've been working at CBS to have documentation of new work. So I'll show all my documentation, and he said, okay. So the stuff he's mentioning violations for, they already been taken care of. So he's not stating that either. He said 2023 is, obviously I'm still free, right or wrong. I'm still free. That means he's seen all the paperwork. Obviously, I came with legit paperwork.
And that's kind of where I was coming from at it. If it's a lifetime probation and it's curfew violations that he's still out, my speculation would be that he was able to make an explanation to the judge, and that's why he's not been revoked. So he's still here. As to the underlying charge, it's still a charge and that's what it is. Like he said, he turned himself in on Thursday knowing that he was going to get arrested and held. And so I'm sure that Michigan it's a probation violation because of the underlying charges. And plus, that's where that MRP is probably coming from. I believe he's proven time and time again that he's gone to Michigan, taking care of what he needs to take care of, and he will still be here he's been on bond on the underlying case for about a year. Your Honor, he's not been locked up this whole time up until this recent arrest. So, and at this point in time, this is really just for since we don't have proof of an ICA, if the judge is willing to set a bond, how much that would be, if there's a willingness to set a bond.
Let me read this to you.
Yes, Judge.
Texas Code of Criminal Procedure 17.03. NLR, out of state Michigan, armed robbery, armed robbery with a conspiracy, 2021. Probation transferred to Texas 3/20/21. Concurrently charged with murder, which was dismissed. No holds. Defendant is not indigent, and defendant is alleged to have gone to complaining witness's home and pointed at a gun at complaining witness and complaining witness's 3 children, because one of the complaining witness's children was involved in a dispute with defendant's sister at the child's school. Defendant threatened to kill, quote unquote, everyone in the home. Defendant then left complaining witness's home and came back with defendant's father, both ready to fight complaining witness and complaining witness's wife. That's the aggravated assault that we have now. So, knowing that you're on lifetime probation for a very serious case, you know that you're supposed to be out there with a halo over your head. And yet you pick up an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon where allegedly a gun is pointed at kids. I mean, the way your mannerisms.
I would say something, Your Honor, that's why.
But don't, though. You have this open case.
Understandable.
Everything they can say, they can use it against you. My concern is public safety, man. And you got to understand that I don't know if you're guilty of this offense or not, but the problem is bad stuff keeps happening to you for some reason. It's like sometimes people are their own worst enemy. They get out and then something happens and then they just end up picking up another charge. It's like a cold. You pick up another charge, you pick up another charge here, you pick up another charge there, you don't follow bond conditions here. Mr. Thurman, you scare me, man.
Did I scare you, Your Honor?
Yeah.
And I've been out for a whole year since this case happened, and this is my first time being into this courtroom again, and you're fearful for safety. If I've been doing nothing but right and working.
That's not true.
That has been true. I've been out for a year on bond and have not been into this no courtroom, but in Orange Jumpsuit, I should say. Your courtroom, anybody's
You want
courtroom.
me to reward you for being
But you say you're in fear. You say you're in fear for safety. That's what I'm saying. Like, who are you in fear of? I have not been into any trouble whatsoever. I've been squeaky clean. Just I bond it out.
And Your Honor,
You don't get rewarded for being a good person out there. You know what I mean?
I
You're
understand
supposed to be like that anyway.
I understand that wholeheartedly, Your Honor. I'm just saying, you say you fear, and I'm saying, how are you in fear if I've not been doing anything? That's showing you, that should show you some type of sign, like, okay, he's never doing anything wrong. So where does the fear come to play? That's what I'm asking you.
The fear is really because, when people come here, it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, rainbows, gumdrops. And then when they get out there, they turn into different people. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want someone out there to suffer because we let you out. I let you bond out. You've got an armed robbery, you've got an ag assault. You continue to violate conditions on those bond, right? That shows me that you're not willing to abide by bond. I mean, quite frankly, you're lucky to even be out on those charges with the ankle monitor, and you continue to violate.
And Your Honor, you keep saying violate, like, if I was in violations that they have on file, by the way, those have been taken care of. Once again, you keep on saying violations, but they took care of. The felony court judge seeing I have proven, what's the word I'm looking for? Just proven, facts that this is why I'm late. I have a new job. I got fired because I got arrested from the other job. So I started a new job. For me having a felony in my position, and just call it what it is, a young black man with a felony, it's hard for me to get a job anywhere. So the jobs I do get, I take up on those. So it's hard. Any shift they open up for me, I'm going to take it and show my work ethic to them. So I let the judge know that. He sees that. He understands, like, okay, that's why you keep on bringing up violations. I have to work. I have to eat. I have to have a house to live in, like anybody else here. So you keep on bringing that up. I'll keep saying, I already talked to the judge about it. He granted it already. He let it go. That's why I'm still free to this day. Well, was free to this day. And you keep bringing that up. You saying threat to your fear, which is understandable. Everybody gonna have fear, but I have not been into any trouble. I've been working. I've been working for a whole year. I've been on my P's and Q's. And like you said, the police report that you're reading, sir, the case is still open, so I can't really speak on it. I'm pretty say much, but it's a lot more to what you're just reading on that police report. It's always going to be video cameras and house ring cameras, body footage. It's going to be a lot more other things that you're not going to be able to read off a police report, which is understandable.
Just too much blood, Mr. Thurman. I'm sorry. I can't set you on. It's just too much. I'm sorry. Hey, this isn't.
Do not walk away.
This isn't.
I said, okay, it's fine.
Really. I understand that you're hurt, Mr. Thurman, but look. I've
been doing my best, and y'all sit here telling me I'm the bad guy, and I've been doing nothing but my best of my abilities, working, staying out of trouble. And you're a threat, and I'm a threat to society. Really, for a whole year, I've been out. They just not issue a warrant for me just now, recently, and I come to turn myself in, and I'm a threat to society. And people, you fear me for what? I'm turning myself in and show you that I'm not running for nothing. I'm not running for anything. I'm innocent, and I'm coming to show you I'm innocent by turning myself in. But y'all a threat. You can let go of me, sir.
Stop.
You can let go of me.
You don't not tell me how to do my job.
You can let go of me. Grab my arm too tight.
Guys, relax. Relax.
All I said, grab me. Look how you grabbing me up.
Back up.
Look how they grabbed me. I said you let me go a little bit.
You gotta calm down.
I'm calm. I just asked him a question. I asked him, I should let me go a little bit, sir. That's all I said.
Open the door.
That's all I said. When you make somebody cuss you out, anything. You said I'm all type. You listen up. You know what I'm saying?
So he already waived, so if
He
he
did.
just holds it, then it's.
Just, yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
I'll go talk to him, but once again, Judge, understandably, I think I know that he's frustrated, I believe.
I understand. I get it. And I would be too, but I can't. That's just too much blood. It's too much.
It looked like there was.
Even, what I'm going to tell you, even if he didn't have those bond violations, I'd still be very hard pressed to even,
No, and I was curious because when you brought it up, it was a little bit older, and so I was wondering why.
Do you know, are they going to come get him?
Oh, they're gonna get him. I was trying to figure out why now, and they were just having back and forth.
But here's the problem. So he hasn't made bond on those cases. So we're sitting anyways.
Yeah.
He has not? He
No.
said he did.
No, he's not made bond on those cases. He's
He's been
facing,
in jail for a year?
No.
he may have, but they revoked the bond.
Ah,
Yes.
So he's sitting there. I
There you go.
I didn't have the heart to tell him right now that the 14 days is not going to apply.
Yeah.
Because
I gotta do that.
you,
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I will, really.
I would
I
imagine-
It's
will,
just-
I'll let him know.
I'd imagine it's gonna get resolved, because it's one of those, it's a bizarre. So we revoked, Harris County revoked because Michigan revoked because it was charged with the ag assault. So it's a chain of events, because the only thing the court sees is that they revoked
So-
on the probation, which was caused by.
Please let him
events.
know that the 14 days hasn't kicked in and it will not.
It will not kick in.
Resolves.
Right.
And either he resolves the cases.
So which
Okay.
one does he need to resolve first in order for,
Well, for the felon possession of the weapon, there's, hold on, I don't
Is there an offer?
No, it's going to trial. That's why it's been reset out. It's been separate jury trial at least
four
Really?
times?
4 times. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
5 times, Judge.
Next time is January 6th, 2025. But he's held on $55,000 bond for the ag assault and $55,000 for the felon possession. So he has to come up with $110,000 for.
Wait a second. So
So it doesn't matter what you did today.
can't,
Right.
even if I gave him a bond today, he would still have to make those bonds.
$110,000.
So my question now is, when did that warrant for the felonies pick? Because he's saying he's been out for a year ever since this
I'll
ag
play
assault got picked up.
I show a remand defendant custody on November 18th, but I don't know what the previous
So the only reason why his felony bonds got revoked was because Michigan
Well,
revokes.
I should
Oh,
say
no,
only.
it doesn't, but we don't know that for sure.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't, there's no notes that reflect why they revoked the bond. It just says court directive remand defendant to custody. Let me see if they give an explanation. Hold on.
Okay,
it's remand to custody, violation report, but that's not a revocation. Yeah, because,
it's a violation report from Michigan?
no, for me, so remember when I said the newest violation was on November 1st for all the curfew violations?
Mm-hmm. Is that from here?
Technically, that could be the reason why they revoked instead of Michigan. I don't know, because I don't have the document. And
Yes.
So.
But he
technically,
hasn't gone out to Michigan to, I guess, take care of.
For that
the
one,
current
that
bound
one's
violation.
2023, so it would have predated.
I
It
get
just
you.
takes some time for them to do it, which is why I hate it, because they should have waited to file it. But whomever originally had him, well, actually, if he said he was in the courtroom, it could have happened. Yeah, sheriff's office. So they should have known to wait to file.
I got you. Okay.
Okay, well, I guess reset to track locals. Oh, man,
Don't set it to January.
I'm not. When in
So-
December would you like to touch base?
Now, my question now is, does it matter for us to touch base if his locals are gonna be reset far out? What's the
Yeah,
point of?
Yeah, we have to,
If they,
you
if
gotta
they
keep
do like
it.
a plea deal.
Ah,
yeah,
makes sense.
Or mid-trial dismissal, it was Troy Locklear on the one.
So let's do this. Do you see a date for like a pretrial motion or a pretrial setting for them?
Trying to file a motion.
Highly doubt it,
File a
Judge.
motion, but I mean, there's nothing between here and there. Judge Jones, I would be surprised if they set another
Okay. can
So
we
if you
do
want to talk to Troy-
18th, 17th of December?
17th of December.
Finner? Is it Troy Finner?
No.
Troy Locklear. So hold on,
Oh, yeah.
December 17th.
I don't know. what it is. I'll find out.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
17th or 18th, whichever one of those days works for you, I'm good by it.
I live in this building, you tell me.
And if you have any problems with him, we can bring him back out as far as just tracking locals, meaning that just let him know they revoked the bond.
I'll
And
let you-
essentially, the time here, it's gonna toll until he either gets a bond reinstated, post bond, or somehow deals with the case.
Because the bond is set, so if he can come up with the money, he can. But I'll put 17, and then if you want to sooner or. a couple
Got
days
you.
out, let me know. And I'll
Sounds
see you
good.
tomorrow for.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I think.
Thank you, Judge.
We are done.
Maybe excuse Judge.
Oh, my God.
You folks have no idea what honey and cinnamon can do for your brain. I'm 82 years old.
you are Frankie Farias. Mr. Farias, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year on the assault case and/or a $4,000 fine. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. What have you guys worked out?
So for he's pleading time served on the DWI, 13 months deferred on the assault conditions.
Okay. This is how you understand this agreement.
I'm sorry.
You have 2 agreements on both of your cases. On the DWI, they've offered you 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 days that you've done. But you need to understand that that charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. So this time served, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. Anytime you get pulled over, an officer's going to look at your record, they're going to see this. What do you think they're going to do if you smell like alcohol or dope? Right. I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would not get into a car because it is a humongous risk. As far as the assault of a family member is concerned, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 13-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You must understand, though, that this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, even if you successfully complete the deferred, you will be looking at a 3rd-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You can also never own a gun or ammunition as well. You will be signing this other piece of paper here, which is a written admonition that you are ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. What you need to understand, it's firearm is a very loose term. So you need to understand, if you don't understand what a firearm is or what a weapon is, you need to talk to a lawyer because that's one of the conditions. Do you understand? When you pick up criminal cases, there are a lot of collateral consequences, as you now see. It can impact you in ways that you never, ever see. That's why you need to strive to never pick up any kind of cases. And when you pick up multiple successive cases, it kills you. And now you're ending up with these things, with both of these. Anytime you come into a contact with an officer and they look at your record, you think that you'll get the benefit of the doubt. Be careful. Just, that's all I'm going to tell you is be careful. Now, part of the agreement on the deferred, you need to also understand you give up nearly every right known to man by entering this agreement. If you fail to live up to the terms of this agreement, we will issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail, and now you're looking at an entire year that you authorized to put you in custody if you violate this. You understand? For you to complete this successfully, you have to do a batterers intervention prevention program, what's called a BIP class. This is a 15-week, I'm sorry, is it it's 18, right? 18-week class that you have to go to one time a week for 8. You don't have to do this. We can set your cases for trial if you don't want to do this. Well, look, if you have that kind of attitude and you go into it,
Have attitude, Judge, is just, I mean, I understand, you know, I messed up. I messed up. It's no one's fault but mine. I understand that, you know, but y'all really treated me like I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. I'm not. I mean, I understand. I got a DUI and I ended up catching another.
criminal court, did you think this was going to be rainbows and gumdrops?
No, I didn't think that. I'm just, you know, it's just.
And here's the thing though, Mr. Faris, what you need to understand is if you think it was bad here, that's what you're saying to me now. If you think it's bad now, wait till you get out there in the free world with even more conviction on your record. Life will only get more difficult with the more convictions that you get.
I hadn't been getting in trouble for the past year. I got that DUI in 2020. I have not been in trouble for it since then. So y'all treating me like if I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not.
How did we treat you that you're constantly in trouble? Tell me.
It's a conversation.
No, but Nathan, I want him, how did we treat you in what way?
I mean, I'm not
Tell
saying
me.
y'all treating me in any way. It's just like the way you talk to me. I have like I'm just a hardened criminal. All I did was I was young. I made a mistake. I was 20. I made a mistake. I was drinking. It was just a mistake.
Please do not admit to committing the offenses. We actually haven't been found guilty yet.
You mean how I'm talking to you right now?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you what to expect.
And I understand that,
And I'm
but
telling you how it's going to affect you.
and I understand that.
And I'm telling you that you can't own a gun.
That's fine. No problem.
You can't own any ammunition.
That is fine. No problem whatsoever.
If you pick up another assault like this, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary.
See, but I didn't assault nobody, but I
You're pleading
understand.
Guilty to assaulting.
But I understand.
You're
I'm not going to take your agreement. If you're telling me you're not guilty, then we're not going to do it.
That's how this works. You're pleading guilty and admitting that you committed a crime.
Okay.
If you stand up here and say you didn't commit a crime,
No,
then
no,
you're not pleading
this
guilty.
isn't like, it's not a game. And I'm not going to let you
Understand that.
plead guilty if you're not guilty. If you're not guilty, then let's try it. I'm not taking your plea of guilty if you're not guilty. That's it. You know,
At this point, I politely request that we reset this case, short distance, have the client's appearance be required.
well, hold on a second. How old is the case? I mean, the case is from 20, it's 510 days old. No, we set the case for trial today.
What is an SOP? So
That's it. And I'm not here to play games. If you're either guilty or you're not guilty, but we don't plead people guilty when they're not guilty. That's not a game that we play here. And understand the way I talk to you now is in hopes that you don't pick anything up in the future,
I
because
promise you I won't. I haven't.
do you know how many times I hear that?
I'm pretty sure you hear it on an everyday basis. I'm
Every
sure you do.
Single.
But I'm the one that I am one of those persons that means it when he says it.
I'm gonna hit the pause button.
You
This-
pick up a case in 2020, and now you pick up a case in 2023.
I'm gonna hit the pause button here. What you're getting upset about is actually the language that the judge is required to say. He's not admonishing you about anything special about your case. He doesn't care anything about you, but what you're pleading guilty
No,
to carries
you're-
with it these consequences.
I understand.
If you plead guilty to an assault family violence, there's an affirmative finding of family violence, as explained to you. A second offense is automatically a third-degree felony. Third-degree felony punishment range is 2 to 10. If it's a strangulation, it's now 2 to 20 because it's a second-degree felony. This is automatic, has nothing to do with you, only has to do with what you're pleading guilty to. The DWI is similar in concept. If you plead guilty to DWI today and get convicted, which is what you're planning on doing, the second one is automatically a Class A misdemeanor with a maximum punishment of a year in county or a $4,000 fine. That has nothing to do with the facts of your case and your level of guilt. It's just the fact that you are pleading guilty. At the same time, I don't like this conversation. We're walking away and we're going to have a later court date. So you go over here.
So if you want to continue on the DWI and tee up the assault, we can do that as well.
No, Judge. With him, we're not doing any pleas. At your request, we'll set the case for trial. I'd ask for 30 days. I'll have a conversation with
Totally.
him. And if he wants to do the plea, we can do the plea. And he will come up here with the proper understanding.
It's not a big deal, but we either set it today or we.
Oh, I'll just
Yeah,
set
okay.
it today because it'll be long enough that we can have a conversation. Almost
So-
30 or so days, Judge.
Yeah. November 19th. That's,
That's fine,
it's over 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that, it's just that I don't remember when Thanksgiving is. Which is a week or two after that, so we're fine.
It's that Tuesday. So it's the Tuesday before.
Tuesday, the week before,
Correct.
we're fine.
Okay. 11/19 it is on both
I like it.
cases.
Is Ramona in the back? Do I need to talk to her?
Yes. No. Well, I'll tell them, but don't let
Oh,
them leave.
Nathan, you're fine. It's a good day.
Thank you, Ramona.
You're welcome.
Who said my name? Yeah.
This is Mr. Wiley, another plea, Your Honor.
It's not a big deal. Good morning, Mr. Wiley.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Wiley, you're charged with failure to identify oneself to a peace officer while being a fugitive from justice. That makes it a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in Harris County Jail. How much credit does he have?
71 days.
71 days credit that you already have. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. It will go on your record and you can't take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
You need to also understand, Mr. Wiles, that from now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Dealing with the same exact.
If you pick up cases in the future, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense, sir? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 71 days you've done. I will roll your call costs, you won't owe anything, and good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Thanks, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you were charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On September 8th, 2024, an officer was dispatched to a target in Texas regarding a theft. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the loss prevention manager, who advised the defendant had stolen from the business. The complainant advised that the defendant had entered the business with no merchandise and with a small pink fanny pack on her person. The defendant was then observed going to the style department and began making selections at the merchandise and then began going into the business fitting room. The defendant exited the fitting room and the style merchandise was not seen, and the defendant dumped the merchandise on the rack in the fitting room. The defendant was then observed going to the jewelry department, and the complainant advised the defendant was observed quickly selecting Kendra Scott jewelry, and the defendant went to the beauty department and was advised that she began selecting Kendra Scott jewelry and hair care department merchandise. And the defendant then went to the home department and then the chemical aisle and began concealing merchandise into the small pink fanny pack and began walking towards the front of the store. The defendant passed all points of sale without rendering payment for the items, and the total amount taken was $103.92.
And where did you say this is from?
At Target.
Got it. Okay. Mr. La Cruz, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, ma'am?
19.
What do you do for a living?
I go to school,
Where do you go to school?
Pima Medical Institute.
Okay. Are you working as well?
Not currently.
Who do you live with?
My parents.
Are they here today with you? Okay. Like I said, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any Target stores whatsoever. You were given a free bond, so we let you out of jail. And that's how you're here before me. You're not going to get another one. If you pick up a new case, if you go to any Target or do something you're not supposed to, I will revoke the bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds, and it's going to go way higher than it is now. Do you understand? Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am? Okay, we will give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions up, okay?
Where do I go for?
First, we're going to have you sign a reset, and then we need to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I need to know everything about you, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Please. Good morning, Mr. Javed.
Good morning.
Sir, you're charged with terroristic threat or a family or a household member. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 8th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to meet with a firefighter at 3515, a residence in Harris County, Texas. The officer met with the complainant, who stated she got into an argument with her husband, the defendant. The complainant stated the defendant had been threatening to kill the complainant's family in Pakistan and to kill her in the past. In 2023, she called the police, but no report was made because she was afraid of retaliation. The complainant stated they have talked about who the defendant knows in Pakistan and believed the defendant could do something to her family to have them killed. The complainant stated the defendant made these threats to her and her family to control her. When the complainant called for police on October 8th, the defendant told the complainant if she called the police, the complainant knew the consequences, while making a circle in his hands.
Sex. I said it. Now you're probably thinking.
As if to strangle the complainant.
So there's also felony retaliation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this within what you just said now, or is it something else that happened? Because I know it arises out of the same, but was there any more overt action that was done other than spoken word?
Sorry, Your Honor. Let me check the DIMS.
Okay. Mr. Javed, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
Yes,
yes, sir. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this complaining witness. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm entering in, or it looks like a protective order has already been issued on the 9th of this month. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, the state can and will file additional charges as violation of protective order. And I'm telling you, that's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You violate conditions on a no contact order, I can hold you at zero bond, and I will do it in a second to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
When I mean no contact, I mean no contact of any kind. Phone calls, text messages, social media, use of another person to relay any information. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to make it high. So no contact of any kind.
Your Honor, appears to be just the verbal threats.
Okay. So can you file no contact and no weapons, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
For now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign the bond conditions, and then we'll have you wait for your lawyer. Okay? Please.
All right, case 12,
Mr. Dakota, do you have an arraignment?
No, sir.
No? Okay.
Your phone? All right, Judge Case 19, Perkins, come on up.
Silence all cell phones.
Good morning, Ms. Perkins. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow, so you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On October 9th, 2024, officers were dispatched to 5299 West Park Drive in Harris County, Texas, regarding a major crash. The real witness stated he saw the defendant get out of the driver's seat of her motor vehicle, and Houston Fire Department advised the defendant admitted to drinking. The officers observed the defendant with slurred speech and glassy eyes. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN was 6 out of 6, walk and turn was 3 out of 8, and one leg stand was 2 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.153 and 0.157.
Tell me about the driving facts again, please.
There was a major crash, Your Honor.
Okay, so she's at a crash.
A crash, and then the real witness who was involved in the crash saw the defendant get out of the driver's side.
Got it. Okay. Ms. Perkins, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, ma'am? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? Can you run her license, please?
Yes, sir.
And also, does she have any prior DWIs, please? If you can
No
run
prior
her
DWI
license.
and license eligible.
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna find, like I said, there's probable cause to go forward. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. I'm gonna revoke your bond. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? How old are you, ma'am? You're 20. What do you do for a living? Where do you work? Mom shows. Who do you live with? No, with mom, dad, or by yourself? Okay. Can you afford a lawyer? How much money do you make a month? Okay. Is that all you're doing now, or are you doing anything else in school or anything? Okay, I'll have you. Let me see, I need you to fill out an application for me for an appointed lawyer, and I'll take a look at it. If you qualify, I'll provide you with a lawyer today. For now, I'm gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while you fill out the application, then I'll take a look at it, okay? You will need to meet with the pre-trial for your bond conditions, so don't leave until you do that, okay? Please. You have an arraignment. Are you ready?
I do.
We have to do it right.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
We have another arrangement.
You want to do Corey's first, or?
Is that arrangement?
Yeah.
Oh, who was it?
Cubone.
Oh, that's the one else.
Cube, is it Cubone?
It's fresh.
I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it.
How do we pronounce your name, ma'am? Cubone. Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Okay?
Yes, Judge. On September 18, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a Walmart in reference to a theft in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the loss prevention manager, who stated he followed the defendant in pink nurse scrubs within the business as she was pushing a shopping cart and concealing in a black backpack several items she took from the shelves of the business. The defendant observed the defendant pay for the items in the cart at the self-checkout, pass all points of sale, and exit without paying for the items she had loaded in the backpack. The complainant stopped the defendant outside the exit doors and confronted her about the concealed items. The defendant initially denied everything, but ultimately gave her the backpack, to which the defendant found unpaid items with a value of $118.53. Another unpaid item of a value of $1.38 was found wrapped in a Walmart plastic bag in the shopping cart. The total amount taken was $119.91.
Okay. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen? You are? Okay, I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to any Walmart. If we find that you go back to Walmart, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Okay. You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to come to court until he tells you that your presence is needed. But you must stay in contact with Corey. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging phone calls, that's it. We will revoke your bond, okay? Any questions? Yeah, I know. I have to apprise you.
I understand, yeah.
Do you have any questions? Okay, we're gonna have you sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. We get your bond condition. We'll have you sign it, and then you're free to go. Okay?
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
guys. Thanks, Corey.
And it is I know it says 3 days Harris County Jail. I spoke with the state. It is the time, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Reyes.
Morning.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand, sir, that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. And this is important because you ever get pulled over and an officer's going to see this. If they smell alcohol or dope, what do you think they're going to do? What we're doing today, the proverbial slap on the wrist, now you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. So be careful because this time served, you understand? I mean, it's a minimum of 90 from now on. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen or possible immigration consequences, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. It will go on your record. It'll be there forever. Is this what you want to do?
Sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty and I will sentence you to 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I have to suspend your license, so I will suspend it for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license, and good luck to you, sir.
Judge, I asked that his license not be suspended. It's been suspended for over 220 days already.
I have to suspend it, right? If you want credit for the ALR suspension.
Yes, sir.
Why has it been suspended for so long?
I am not very sure. He just spoke. I'm filling in for Attorney Clay today, Eric Clay. So I just spoke to the client about the suspension.
Part of my PR bond was not to drive, and you revoked my privilege to drive. So I've been.
Well, there's a reason. Usually, if you don't have a license, you don't have insurance.
Over a 0.15.
No, I never take someone's. Has to have been an aggravating factor as to why. I don't just willy-nilly take someone's ability to drive away because I take it really seriously. You know, if you're driving in a manner like going over 100 or a prior DWI or with an open container or something like that. What happened in this case?
So in this case, officers were dispatched to a crash in Harris County, Texas, and they arrived and observed the vehicle with front end damage.
Look familiar? It's never sustainable.
Apartment complex entrance gate and wall building.
I have a license.
I had a license, valid license and valid liability.
See.
Part of my bond was, you suspended my license. I couldn't drive.
Oh, you know what it was? You had an ALR suspension. That's one. Your license was suspended. Have you paid any kind of reinstatement fees? then your license is suspended now. Whenever you get a DWI, you have two cases against you. You have this case, you also have an administrative case versus DPS. And if you don't take care of the administrative case, DPS suspends your license and it remains in suspension until you go and actively take care of it to have it reinstated. One of those things that you have to do is pay a reinstatement fee of around $125. So until you do that, it remains effectively suspended indefinitely until you take care of it. What we do is we bring you back in to apprise you of the fact that your license does become suspended and that if you drive, you're in violation of these bond conditions. So I'm trying to help you, believe it or not. You know, I'm not. So do this. Go get your license reinstated. Go to DPS. Show me that you've got it reinstated, and we can run so that I'll give you credit for the time that you've had your ALR suspension. I'd rather have you driving legally than, driving illegally, right? So go get it reinstated, because what we need are the dates of suspension for the ALR. If you have that, we can give it to them and give you the credit. But don't just start driving now. Your license is still suspended. Alex, can you run it? You mind?
Yes, Your Honor, it's not eligible, and the most recent we have is the ALR suspension.
See, it's the administrative license revocation suspension that you get from DPS. You got to go call DPS, and they'll tell you what to do to get it reinstated. All right?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Please. Hey, apellido? Macero.
Your Honor.
Thanks. Mr. Macero, you're charged with failure to identify oneself, giving false or fictitious information. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
May I just get a cause number for that real quick?
It's 2533 067.
On October 8th, 2024, the officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle fail to stop at a stop sign. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated he did not have a driver's license, ID, or passport. The defendant wrote Jesus Gutierrez, date of birth October 2nd, 1977, on a notepad provided by the officer. There was no TCIC return for the name. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle to have a different VIN from that on TCIC, and the defendant consented to a search of the motor vehicle. The officer found a Venezuelan passport with the defendant's photograph and the name Jairo Jose Macero Barcenas, date of birth January 11th, 1976. The defendant stated he lied about the name to the officer and used a fake name because he was afraid and had never been stopped by officers while in the country.
Mr. Macero Barcenas.
Your Honor, he has to go to the civil court.
Yeah, go. Thanks, Luis.
Hola, buenos días. Me llamo Luis Lindar. Disculpe la interrupción. Mi colega se tiene que ir a un juicio. Acérquese aquí, por favor. Solo mire el juez y conteste nada más en español.
Marcelo Barcenas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you a United States citizen?
What?
Are you a United States citizen?
No. No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Es con permiso, sin permiso. Without permission.
I'm going to give you a warning now that if you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you. You will remain in custody until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration, and you will sit in immigration custody until they do whatever they're going to do to you. That usually is a process that'll take about 6 to 9 months. If you do not want that to happen, do not violate any of the conditions that I put on you now, because if you do, you could be spending a lot of time in custody. You do not have a Texas driver license, so you are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. The other condition I'm putting now is not to get in trouble or violate any laws. You were I don't know if you went to jail, but from now on, you will not be given any more PR bonds. So your bonds will be sufficiently high that you're going to spend some time there. And if you're unlucky enough, immigration will put a detainer on you. You will get no further warnings. Do you understand?
Sí, señor. Tiene que hablar, sí, señor, o no, señor. Yes, sir.
No driving whatsoever.
Manejo para nada, no puede manejar.
Okay. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. First, I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria, where we will have you sign a reset, and we're going to get you out of here. These are the only conditions I'm putting on you now. Don't drive and don't get in trouble. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. How was jail? Good. You pick up another case, you violate conditions. Next time, it'll be doubled, tripled, maybe quadrupled, depending on what happens. I'm not asking much from you. I'm asking you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs and obey the law. And if you become a danger to society, there's only one place. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not asking you to split the atom here. Just be nice. It's not hard. So bond condition will, so this is Ochoa Lacan.
Yes, Judge.
I'm letting pre-con know. So, he's in the jail docket? Yes, page 29, guys.
Monday.com, the opposite of any work.
No drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis. Alex, can you run his license to see if it's eligible or not?
Yes, Your Honor.
Whatever happened with the investigation that they were doing, do you know? With the interference?
I checked them. They didn't file anything. Nothing new has been filed.
Alex, do we know anything about the investigation? Do we know any other further charges that are potentially going to be filed?
I don't see anything about the sexual assault investigation, so, and also his license is, I apologize, just closed out, not eligible.
I'm ordering you now not to drive. Your license has been suspended, probably due to the administrative license revocation hearing. So I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today, Mr. Ochoa. You're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? We had them check in the system now with DPS to see if it's eligible or not eligible. And it is not eligible.
And Your Honor, you are correct, it's the ALR suspension.
Do you understand? So if you drove here, you may not drive home. You've got to find someone else. Do you understand? You violate these conditions. Like I said, you're going to be signing an affidavit. This is a promise you're making to me not to drive. And I'm telling you, there's no better way to see me really get upset than to drive when there's a no driving affidavit. Do you understand? It is your responsibility to get with DPS to try to figure out how to get your license back. And if you do, and you get liability insurance, I'll take this off. But until that point, don't drive. So I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We will have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with pre-chop for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Okay?
Judge, if I may, he is here this morning on the DWI. The interfering is set for Friday. Is there any way we can handle both of those today?
Have you come multiple days?
Okay. Come back on
Kidding,
Friday.
of course.
I was like, thank you, Judge. So
Yes.
are there gonna be different conditions for that or the same
No,
conditions?
it'll be all in one. That's why I was in the interference. I was wanting to see if there's a complaining witness to forbid him to have contact with, but it looks like the interference is just with an officer. So I'm not going to put any conditions on that one. Everything, it just rides on the DWI. So you know what's expected of you. You're skirting thin ice. Be careful. That ice breaks. Okay, that way.
Thanks, sir.
Take care.
Again, Angelique, we've gotten in touch with the complaining witness on this case.
Hello, I'm ADA Colada. I'm filling in for Conrad.
Come up. Come up. Yes. Ms. Turner, I truly appreciate your tenacity. I really do. But the allegations to me are serious. And guys, keep it down, please. And I don't know if I'm ready because I don't want something to happen. It's too soon. It's too fresh. I don't want something bad to happen.
But is it possible for us to keep the address restriction and just do no threatening and harassing?
That's what I mean. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's what,
Because they have no contact at all if we do no threatening and harassing. They can still
don't
communicate,
have
but they,
contact. That's the point, is I don't want you to have contact with her. The allegations are serious. You allegedly threatened to choke, you allegedly threatened to kill the family, do it overseas, and it's in a repeated fashion.
she said today that that wasn't true.
That's
I don't
not what
know
I was
that.
told on the recall, sorry,
Okay,
that's not what I
okay.
was told on the recall. She said that those statements were prior incidences where he had made those comments, and that the incident in question where he made the threat, the consequences of calling the police, she's claiming that he never made the gesture, but I don't have the body cams to watch it to see if that's actually what was said, which is why we're holding off on making a decision.
So what is your position? Your position is to keep no contact?
My position is no threatening or harassing. Based off of the complaint, it was very clear that she doesn't want the restrictions. And I think that they will contact each other anyway. So rather than setting the defendant up to violate his bond conditions.
No. There's no setting anyone up. We're clear what the consequence is if you try to have contact with her. I don't want you to have contact with her for the time being now.
Scribe is how you stop explaining the same thing.
You to appreciate the fact that you're not to have contact with her, and I'm warning you, don't do it. There will be severe consequence if you try to have any contact with her, if you try to use anyone to relay any kind of messages. If I deem you a public danger, Mr. Javed, I'm telling you now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it very high. Perhaps in time, yes, but the allegations are there. I find them disturbing and I don't want you to have contact with her. I know that your lawyer has really worked hard for it, so don't blame her. It has nothing to do with her. It's all to do with me. And I'm ordering you now not to have any contact with her. Do you understand?
Yes.
Don't blame her. If you want to blame anyone, you blame me. But for the time being, no means no. It doesn't mean maybe. It doesn't mean I've got kids. It doesn't mean I've got to get my car payment. It doesn't mean I got to get my house done. None of that makes a difference to me. My only concern is public safety. That's it. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm not ready yet. The allegations to me are very troubling. And I get the fact that people try to either renounce, mitigate, recant, but I'm not ready yet. I'm just not. In time, perhaps, because, I'm always willing in time to, modify. It's just too soon for right now.
Okay.
Are there any kids in the relationship now? Good, wonderful. So there's just no reason for you to have contact with this person for now. There's no reason. Don't. Time heals all wounds, and perhaps we can change it, but for the time being, no contact. Come back in a couple weeks, and then we can redo it. And then I want you also to give you guys sufficient time to do a full rip, take time, to do it with the right way, not in a rush when you've got other, a gajillion things going on as well. And I appreciate you really coming down to help out as well, okay?
No problem, and I'll make a
So-
note for Conrad to have a more in-depth discussion.
The other thing is I'd like to talk to her as well, before, because I'd like to talk to her to tell her that, the ramifications, not to ever feel any type of fear. No one, absolutely no one should have to live in fear like that. It just doesn't matter. Imagine having to walk on eggshells because of the fear that if you make someone mad, they're going to explode. No one should have to live like that. So, and I'd like to impart that, that's it. All right. So, Mr. Turner, whatever reset you want, if you want to do a week, 2 weeks, whatever you'd like to do, I'm okay. I'm just not ready. And understand that I bet, that's probably not the same. Okay. All right. Thanks. All right.
I'm making that note for Conrad now.
Thank you.
Style starts with the details.
Hi, counsel. Coming up. Hey, of course.
Morning.
Hey, what's new?
How are you?
Hey.
I didn't realize you had
Hi.
graduated for the holiday.
Yeah, so we're gonna expect you to be in costume in about, 2 weeks as well. We all will be.
I'm on call that week, so I told my second out if he wants to be Catwoman, I'll be Batman, but I don't know if we're gonna actually end up doing it.
And I'm already in costume.
It's a good costume.
I'm faking it, Judge.
Who you got?
You have Mario De Jesus, I'm sorry, I lied, Horacio Guijarro.
It's a bunch.
250-6632.
250-6632.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, is this the one where there's a dead body?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so,
And we do have family in the courtroom, Judge, just so you're aware.
okay,
My division chief is currently in trial on an intox man, so I'm hoping to sit down with her in the next 2 weeks so we can go over this case and make the final decision about whether or not we're gonna upgrade it. Matthew and I have been in pretty much constant contact about it, but
the issue, is it causation?
Causation, Judge.
Always causation, always causation.
She's been great.
I know, I know her well.
I keep
Great.
telling him to spread the rumor that I'm very difficult to work with, but he just won't do it.
What do you get? So you want more time?
Yes, please, if the court doesn't mind, I think 2 or 3 more weeks and I should have an answer.
Okay. I've not gotten any violations. I've gotten everything
No, sir.
good so far, so, okay.
And you did
Yeah.
want to talk about bond,
There's
right?
one other issue, Judge, if we can address just one of the bond conditions. He's on GPS, that's Scram, he's abiding, but his curfew hours, he's just having issues with work.
Okay.
Instead of 7 to 7, push it from 6 to 8.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. Just, I don't want him out in the middle of the night, but I'm okay with that. Absolutely. That's okay. And if you want, 9 to 6, I'm okay with that. What did you say you want?
9P to 6A.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I think.
Okay, totally. So just let pre-trial know and then we can amend the conditions and then it's getting up there. It's 180 now. So at the next setting, we
We'll
got
make a
it.
decision.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay.
Very nice to see you, Judge.
All right,
Good to see you,
thank
Judge.
Take care, for sure.
Jairo Jose Macero Bárcenas.
So guys, he's got to be here at the next setting. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Molina. So you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're also charged with theft. On that one, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're going to dismiss the theft in exchange for your plea on the DWI. You need to understand that the DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. What do you think will happen if you got pulled over after a night of drinking and an officer sees a prior DWI in your record? What do you think is going to happen?
I'd return to jail.
I would never, even if you've had 1 beer, get in a car because your record will kill you. And what we're doing today, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand? No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. You're facing Like I said, up to a year, you've worked out an agreement, they're offering you 3 days in jail. Credit for the 3 days that you've done.
Dice cárcel, crédito por los 3 días que ya cumplió.
It also says here $650 in restitution.
$657 en restitución, él ya pagó eso.
Sí.
And that was on the theft case. Y eso fue el caso de hurto, de robo.
Great. That's good. Good. I'm glad that you paid that.
Me alegra que lo haya pagado.
It's only fair.
Es solo justo.
Always the idea here, whenever there's someone that there's an alleged victim in a case, we want to make them whole again. And so thank you for doing this. That's great. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Se declara la ofensa. Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. I am going to suspend your license for the minimum, which is 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Otherwise, you will be right back in here with us.
Señoría.
You can if you want, but you'll have to get the dates to them. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. Bring him out. Oh, okay. Bring him out. I got a plea and then two CJ's case coming out.
I guess let's do the plea
Wait.
while they're bringing them up.
NWANNE.
NWA.
Is it Nguyen? Wayne?
Wayne.
Wayne?
1A. The end of house. Order in the court for plea.
That's you don't have to put anything. She's gonna pay anything. We'll have to have that in. It's what the current cost. That's first form.
So
My time's right on the radio, Judge.
what do you do with yourself these days, Ms. Swanee?
If you have ED, you might need to work on your mental game.
Sorry? What do you do?
I work at Whataburger.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this? You realize it's going to go on your record.
Yes, sir.
You realize you're only making life more difficult for yourself, right? The more convictions you have, the more difficult you're making life. I mean, you need to understand that life doesn't get easier as you get older. It gets more difficult, and the more convictions you rack up, the harder life is. Just not many people are going to give you a job if you keep getting convictions. So no, I guess you don't want to do a deferred.
I asked her about it, Judge, and I told her that she could avoid the convictions. She didn't defer. She has no convictions that I saw. She said that she wasn't interested in that. I mean, if you're.
There is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. But that would be at a minimum, 9 months. You got to stay clean, no alcohol, no dope.
Order in the court.
You've no interest to try to keep this off your record?
I have a job to keep myself busy, so.
Great.
I plan on staying out of trouble and staying out of the way.
But nevertheless, you're not interested in a probation to try to keep this off your record? Are you sure? Okay. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. This is a lifetime decision that you make today. The other thing that you need to understand is that if you ever run from the cops again, because it's an evading arrest, which is an enhanceable offense, they can use, if you ever pick up another one, they can now make it a felony offense instead of a misdemeanor, because they can use this to enhance you. You understand? Okay. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change it. So are you sure you want to do this? There were no other offers, I guess, no PTI, anything like that?
No, Judge. The circumstances following the,
You don't, we just, okay. If you change your mind within 30 days, perhaps we can do something if you get buyer's remorse. Typically, but you gotta understand, this is not a good day for you. This is not a good thing that's happening to you. You're only hurting yourself even more. Do you understand? Stop picking up convictions. Stop getting into trouble. All right, you know that from now on, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Minimum of 90 days for anything you pick up. All right, how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to, is it 3 days?
3 days credit for 2 days.
Oh, yeah, okay, 2 days in jail. Credit for the 2 days that you've done. I will roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, Ms. Warren. Okay. Thanks.
Move up. You have Mr. Gonzalez and Mr. Rubio, they're both, waivers, Your Honor.
Okay. Gonzalez.
This is
Rubio?
Gonzalez and Rubio. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I gave to.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Buenos días, señores. Buenos días. Good morning.
Both of you guys are wanted from other states. And you're being.
Order in the court, please. I can barely hear the judge and I'm right in front of him.
You're being brought out because you guys are wanted for one reason or the other. You are Alejandro Gonzalez.
¿Ese es su nombre? Sí. Yes.
You're wanted for out of the state of California for receiving stolen property, motor vehicle, unlawful driving or taking of a vehicle, resisting, obstructing, delaying of a peace officer or EMT.
Demorando policía un paramédico.
Are you waiving formal extradition?
Señor.
Are you waiving formal extradition?
No, I just signed.
Did you want the 14 days for them to come pick you up?
14 días para que ellos vinieran a recogerlo usted? Sí. Yes.
And you must waive formal extradition.
Extradición formal. Sorry, I didn't know. Usted ya habló con su abogado, señor.
I guess.
I just believe the way you're, and he's understanding the question is being lost in translation, Judge.
Pregunta.
Do you want me to ask him?
¿Quiere que yo le pregunte? Sí, mire su abogado.
¿Vas a renunciar a pelear que te extradicen? No. ¿Sí o no? No es ok, es sí o no.
Eso, si digo sí,
es lo que te vengan en 14 días.
Es lo que firma. Sí.
You want to waive formal.
¿Quiere renunciar a extradición formal? Sí. Yes.
Mr. Rubio, you are wanted out of the state of Tennessee for first-degree murder.
Asesinato capital.
Are you waiving formal extradition, sir?
¿Extradición formal usted?
Okay.
Habla más fuerte.
Yes. Okay, guys, we wish you the best of luck. Take care, and we'll wait for the respective jurisdictions to come get you.
Thank you. Las jurisdicciones a buscar.
Brennan.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, man.
Your Honor, I'm here on Mr. Enriquez. Judge, this is he was on a ship. Yes, sir. Your Honor, he was on a DSI. He had to come back to prove that he did his IoT SOP classes. I believe he did, Your Honor.
He's behind it. It's like $860.
Ouch.
Oh, $930, sorry.
Come up, Mr. Enriquez.
He's completed everything else.
The 1-minute vision fix that eye doctors pray you.
She does have the.
So are they withholding all certificates until he pays it?
So these are the supervision fees, so all the fees associated with the program. I don't know if they want to waive the fees, so we could be done today, or.
I asked, I just emailed Brenda, and Brenda said they can't wait for probation, according to her.
The moment you pay these fees, the moment they dismiss these cases, when can you pay these fees?
I'm not sure. I don't want to give you an exact date and not fulfill with it, so.
He told me in the hallway potentially 2 months, Judge. They asked for a 4-month extension. Could we get 2 months?
He's going to be under bond condition during that time as well. You know, you're going to have to pay longer you take, the more you're going to end up paying in the long run because you're going to have, what do you have now, an interlock?
He has
sober
spam.
Soberly. All that costs money. The longer you take, the more.
understand. That's why I've been backed up on it. My PO told me he would talk to y'all about, dropping it or potentially reducing it.
Tried, but it's not up to me. It's up to the DWI. It's their program. It doesn't run with me. They're the ones who file the dismissal. They're the ones who, write the terms. I only do the resets and either grant or deny the reset, But at some point, we need to put this baby to bed. It's 710 days old.
Yeah, I know.
We can't just keep it open forever. What are you doing with yourself these days? Are you working?
I'm a waiter at Papacitos. I'm just doing what I can right
So
now.
pick up double shifts.
I tried to, but,
I worked at Papacitos, I made a killing.
me too, but I be paying off my bills and stuff.
Where do you live?
What was that?
Where do you live?
I live with my parents right now. I be paying them bills.
You're living with your folks.
Yeah, but it's just like if I'm living by myself, I had to pay rent, other things, utilities, so.
You
everything-
pay rent with mom and dad?
That's right.
So if I call your mom and dad right now and I ask them if if you're paying rent, they're gonna tell me yes? What's the number? Let's do this. I need to give you a deadline to have this done.
I
We
understand.
can't keep this open forever. It's on you. If you need to get a second job because you're living at home, are you doing anything else besides working at Papacitos?
I just cut hair on the side. I got my barber's license, but
Okay, barber's license is not, you're gonna have to perhaps get a third job and then, but you need to do what you need to do to get it done. I'm not gonna hold it open forever. I'll give you 30 days, but it's already 710 days old. I'll give you 30 days. If you don't have it done by then, I'm gonna set you for trial. We can't keep going. You need to do what you need to do. Are all the fees from what? And when was the last time he made a payment? That's unacceptable.
Like the last payment I see was November 14th, 2023.
He was paying for the classes. He was paying for the IP.
and then the breathalyzer and all of that too.
The fees are for drug testing, supervision, the assessment fee, and, yeah, that's it.
So the assessment one was $300.
The $300 for the assessment fee.
But it's been 2 years.
A bit over a year.
Well, since you said what?
November 14th.
Yeah, it's been a year.
Was the last payment.
It's time. You need to get this paid. Start working double shifts, do what you need to do to get more money. Okay? So we'll give you 30 days. You got to come back in 30 days and see where we are. If you've not made a payment in 30 days, things are not going to go well. You understand? Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you in 30 days. Good morning, Mr. Lopez. Mr. Lopez, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
One more, Your
On September 6th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault at a residence in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with the complainant. The complainant was picking up a DoorDash order, returned to her vehicle, and removed an empty cup and placed it on the floor in the parking lot. The complainant stated that the defendant grabbed the cup, threw it back inside the vehicle, and the complainant placed the cup outside the vehicle once more, and the defendant grabbed the cup, placed the rock inside, and the defendant threw the cup with the rock at her, striking the left side of her face, causing pain. The complainant stated the defendant grabbed her windshield wiper and the two engaged in a verbal altercation. The complainant states the defendant grabbed a handgun from his vehicle, held it by his waistband, but did not point it at the complainant. The complainant stated that the complainant stated to the defendant that she was enrolled in a police academy, was calling 911, and that's when the defendant left the scene.
Okay. Mr. Lopez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? Yes, sir.
Let's see what lemon water does to my blood sugar. This is the strangest way I've ever seen to eliminate the bacteria that causes type 2.
See that there's no bond set now.
Correct.
You guys want to do?
It's just a misdemeanor, Judge. We're looking at 500 to 1,000.
Okay. What do you think?
We're gonna post it to 1,000.
Okay. We'll set it at 1,000. Do you have any open cases now? Are there any open cases now? All right, I will give you a PR bond now, but I'm going to tell you, Mr. Lopez, this is it. I'm not going to give you another one. You violate conditions, do something you're not supposed to. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public in every single manner, however I can. So beware that we have eyes on you now. Any false move, we're just going to put you in jail. You understand? You know, you're lucky. One false move with that gun, because it's very tempting. You could be hit with a second-degree felony. God forbid someone else didn't have a gun. I was reading a report yesterday or a couple of days ago where same kind of deal, two people getting at it, one blew the other away, dead. So you never know who's on the other end of that argument and whether they have a gun or not. You got to be careful. Life's way too short for this. For now, I'm going to have you sign a resale with Victoria. We'll get you with pre-trial for your bond and your paperwork, and then we'll have you sign your bond conditions, and then you'll be on your way. You have a lawyer, so we will waive your appearance, but it's your responsibility to stay in touch with JL, and she'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're gone or you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Pick up a new case, violate conditions, same thing. Do you have any questions? Just be nice. It's not hard, you know? All right, guys, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Jane.
May I be excused?
Yes,
Judge, did you set the bond?
1,000. And granted a PR bond, and then no contact and no weapons. So if you can file that, please.
Okay, how?
I have Carol Ramirez. With a current update today. She does have her ankle monitor on. She's registered with IOP. She has orientation tomorrow and she starts Saturday.
Okay. Was there anything else that was supposed to happen?
I'm sorry?
She was supposed to be finished with SOP and now registering and for IOP, right? Wasn't that
No,
what?
she had to start, it's IOP first and then SOP. So she has to do IOP.
Weeks ago.
No. We were here
It was not
not too long
Let me
ago. I can pull her up, Judge. Do you have Carol Ramirez? Oh, never mind.
I'll pull her up.
If you get there before me. I'm pulling her up, Judge. She's the one, Judge, I don't know if you remember
No,
that.
I remember everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have here on 9/13, this is when we amended the agreement to do the 3 days and then scram upon release and do IOP and SOP. That was 9/13.
Yes, and you told her by the time she comes back, she has to be registered, which she is. She has orientation on Thursday and she's starting on Saturday. That's what I have.
Shatori, we're talking about Carol Ramirez.
So she had a visit with her officer, and at that point, she wasn't registered. She just sent me over, the company she registered with. So I'm gonna call them and just.
She's still pushing it. Still pushing it. I mean,
She goes on Thursday.
same thing. It's over and over. It's come up, Miss Ramirez. I don't understand why you are still pushing your luck. You were supposed to register immediately upon doing the 3 days as a condition. When did she do the 3 days, please?
September 20th is when she went in. And that Monday, I think, you reinstated her, Judge.
Yes, Judge, it was September 20th.
She was released on when, the 21st?
23rd is when she was released.
Released the 23rd. She was supposed to register immediately, starting the IOP. And what day did she register?
yesterday.
Says her probation officer told her she had a month.
I told you here what you were supposed to do. I'm tired of playing this game, Andrea.
At least
I'm
she's
tired of
registered.
playing this game. It's like, you know, when this is what happens when you're too nice. It's over and over. People take advantage of you like crazy. It took 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks for her to sign up for IOP, Andrea. 4 weeks.
Can you, since she's already registered?
No, I mean, I'm done with this. I'm just, what?
Let her see if she goes, if she attends. I don't have there's not much that I can say. I don't have much to stand on,
She
but
doesn't take us seriously.
I'm hoping that you will allow, since she's already registered, you'll allow
Let's
us,
do this. Let's do this.
because she has an ankle monitor on. That's on. It's
I'm
on.
gonna send her for a drug test right now. I want to see what if anything that she's gonna test positive for.
You folks have no idea what honey and cinnamon can do for your brain.
And then right now, I want to send her for a test. And then I guess we'll talk when she comes back. Because first things first, I want to know if she's clean. If she's not clean, it's over. That's it. But if she's clean, then we'll talk about how we go further.
Did I
But-
send her back here? How long, so I know how to manage everything else. that
I have your cell phone, right?
Yes.
I'll text you when she comes back.
Okay.
And I don't know. Just take a seat for me, man.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Andrew.
Since we've reached what we consider an acceptable agreement with the state, subject to the court's approval, and I understand that you'll want TRAS prior to that. And
Are you want to do the PTI agreement?
I'm sorry.
PTI?
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be that yet. We're subject to the TRAS.
What do you want to do?
Well, she was telling me that you had a condition for TRAS, and that's why I'm.
Probation or for what?
Probation.
Okay, it's up to you
I
guys.
just wanted to jam in a box and all that. I just want to make sure.
So, well, the only thing I'm going to advise you, Mr. Durham, is that you're on bond in this case. It's old, and now you have a bond violation for missing a drug screening. I will give you a pass today, but this is the only one I'm going to give you. If you ever miss another drug screening and they call you to go take a test and you fail to go, I'm going to revoke your bond. Do you understand? You were expected to abide by the bond conditions like everybody else, and when they tell you to go test, you have to go. If you fail to go, then
Yes, sir, and I did apprise him of that.
I'm not going to give you any more passes. This is the only get out of jail free card you get.
Thank you, sir.
It's up, if you guys want to do a probation now, we can do it now, and he can just do the TRAS as part of the probation, or you can do the TRAS first, whatever you guys would like to do. I'm amenable to each.
He's a good guy, got in the best spot, nothing to really help.
Okay, it's up to you, however you guys would like to handle it. I'm game with whatever you'd like.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it.
Sure.
We'll do the TRAS first.
You want to do the TRAS now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since he's here, we might as well send him now. That way we
Yes,
can
sir.
kill two birds with one stone.
Yes, sir.
This is an evaluation to see what kind of conditions they would place on you for being on a DWI probation. So that way you kind of are informed of what to expect entering into the probation. If you didn't want to do the probation, you'd have to do another offer. You'd either accept a jail time offer or we would set up a trial. So those are the three different options that you'd have. And I don't know what kind of jail time offer they would give you. That's on them, but
Yes, sir.
subject to us accepting it, of course. But
Yes, sir.
this way, this would give you kind of a look into what requirements you would need to do to successfully complete a probation. So
Yes, sir. We appreciate it, Judge.
since you're here, there's no better time to send you now. And then, so what we'll do after that, we'll set you off after today, 3 weeks to give you time to get the T-Raz back, and then we can talk about how to go forward.
Yes, sir.
Don't miss any more. Okay?
We won't do it. Thank you so much. We
Take care.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Katrina Rasul. Good morning. Ma'am, you were wanted out of the state of North Carolina for felony probation violation, 4 counts as alleged. Are you waiving formal extradition, ma'am? Okay, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you approach Ms. Ramirez?
Absolutely.
The state position is that we follow the recommendation of the probation department. Either feels A, she's reached a point where they can no longer help her and she needs a higher level of care than the probation department can give her. Or B, if the probation department feels that they can still treat her, we follow the recommendation of the probation department, me being Texas.
And they requested a 6-month extension, but it's requested under 7 months.
But Judge, if she registered for the classes, there will be completed in 6 months.
I'm not doing a 6-month reset for her to do one class a
We
week.
can bring her to court. We can bring her to court for status updates. I'm 100% on board with that. I think that that's actually a very good idea. But what I'm saying is that the probation department feels that she could be helped with the IOP and SOP. That's my understanding. Please correct me if I'm saying something wrong. My understanding is that probation department feels that they could help her with the IOP SOP. I think that to her defense, nobody told her she needs to register, at least as far as I'm aware, 2 to 3 times a week. So
I told her last time we were here.
now when we approached, because I was with her, Judge.
I told her.
I was with her and I don't remember you saying that.
I told her what you need to have done, and then this is what you register for. When you come back, this is what we're gonna end up doing. Regardless, look, regardless.
What I'm saying is, since the probation department feels that they can help her, if she can register to one of the 3, and I'm gonna bring her up here with, if you decide to allow her to continue, I'm gonna bring her up here and we all talk, so everybody's on the same page. If she does it within like a week, not a month like we did last time.
I'm not ever going to reset her for over 2 weeks at a time because I can't trust.
Remember when using AI meant copying and pasting prompts into ChatGPT? Yeah.
And that's fine.
And Mr. Lindsay, unfortunately, the way it works is that it's unfortunately like a little child. They push and they push and they push. And it's truly, it's childish because they push and they push to see how much they can get away with. And as evidenced here, you sign up the day before court.
This is all predicated on if the court does not rescind its order for supervision.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to reset her for 1 week. She has 1 week to sign up for the 3-time-a-week course. She needs to come back, show us that she's done that. And then after that, I'm going to set her off 2 weeks. Every single 2
Can I bring her up
weeks.
here? So
Sure.
I want her to be part of the conversation, so if she comes back and she doesn't do, so nobody can, so there's no possibility of saying.
I'm so over this, it's just ridiculous. Come up, Ms. Ramirez. So I will indefinitely set this case off 2 weeks at a time to make sure that it gets done. Because I can't do 4-week resets anymore, unfortunately. So we are now going to have to micromanage just I don't think that this is right. And I don't think that this is fair because it really spits in the face of every single person who does a good job with this program. And what you're doing now is not what this program is designed to do. And it really violates the spirit because this is a program that's supposed to teach you right and wrong, teach you how to act in the free world. And you've done everything against that. I mean, for you to sign up for the class 1 day before court, it's just, it hurts. And it's shameful. Because when I told you, last time you were here, I told you that I wanted you to sign up immediately after you were done. And you sat there and you waited. Not 1 week, not 2 weeks, not 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh, person's calling back.
So now you've shown me that I can't do long resets on your case. So if you fail one more time, if you ever fail to attend a meeting, if you ever fail to whatever you need to do, you will be out of this program. I will not do this again, and I will immediately set your case for trial. You have 1 week to sign up for the class. That's 3 times a week. And thereafter, you will get 2-week resets every single time to show me that you have attended this class 3 times a week. If you fail to go one of those times in a week, because it's the class is designed for you to go 3 times a week, every week. And if you fail to do that, that's it. Do you understand?
Judge, just to make sure we're all on the same page, Judge is asking you to go back to that list that you have and find a place that offers the program 3 times, IOP 3 times a week. What are the requirements? Is SOP once a week or, okay,
She has to complete IOP first.
right. So you have to go back to the list, find a place to register for IOP that does it, that meets 3 times a week. You do IOP, and once you're done with IOP, you find SOP that meets once a week. And you have to have, right, and you have to be registered in the IOP that meets 3 times a week by next court setting, which will be in about a week.
Not about, exactly a week.
Okay, do I have it
Next
correct?
Wednesday.
Do I have it correct, Judge? Right, okay, so do you understand that?
Yes.
There's not gonna be another 2 months. Okay.
Say that's nothing further, Judge, for the court.
See you in a week.
Thank you, Judge.
Everything. You're doing great.
I don't know.
Like the old days.
A little bit, yeah.
You're doing great. Thank you for the help.
I'm just trying to do my part.
Makes it a well-oiled machine, right?
Oh, it seems that way. Huh? I think people are just avoiding me now.
Ah, come on.
The one thing I wish
In the flesh.
I know, right? We're famous, by the way. Over 30K people watched it anyways, it doesn't matter. I have to read off my phone, so I apologize, but
it's okay.
It says, Your Honor, I was convicted of driving while intoxicated in this court on October 14, 2019, under cause number 222, you already got it. I was sentenced to 4 days in jail, and I have completed that sentence, including paying all fines, costs, and restitutions. I am here today because I meet all the legal requirements under the Texas law for non-disclosure of this conviction. Specifically, number 1, my conviction was for DWI with a blood alcohol level below 0.15, which actually is 0.11, I specifically remember. I was not placed on community supervision for this offense. This offense did not involve an accident with another person. I finished my sentence over 5 years ago. I have not been convicted or placed on deferred adjudication for any other crime except for minor traffic violations. This conviction from 6 years ago is still hurting my reputation and my ability to grow in my career. I deeply regret my actions and have learned from my mistakes. Since then, I have worked hard to turn my life around, and I am asking for a second chance. Granting this non-disclosure will allow me to fully move forward, both personally and professionally. It would help me reach my potential and improve my future. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I don't think I can. Show me where you think I can, but non-disclosures are traditionally for people who take deferreds, complete the deferreds, and are eligible to have it sealed. Expunctions are for those that meet the requirements where if a case gets dismissed, they can have it expunged. Here, when you plead guilty, I don't think you're eligible for either. And the thing about it, I can't give you legal advice. I can't tell you how to look this, how to look that. But if you have a piece, or if you can show me the law that says I can give you a non-disclosure, and I can tell you, Ms. Wickenhofer, I love it, and I've told you this before, I love it when people try to better themselves, right? If I can, I will, because I'm always about trying to make someone's life better, right?
Yes, sir.
But I have to follow the law. I can't just say, okay, I can't just rubber stamp and do it just for the sake of doing it. There has to be a law, because if not, they appeal it and I'll get overturned.
Yeah, I think it,
That's
yeah,
what
I think it was
traditionally
the
happens.
points I said, because I was under a certain amount of alcohol in my system.
That doesn't, what matters is the ultimate result in the case. Did you plead guilty? Did you do a probation? Did you do a deferred? I think that the legislature even now made deferreds available for certain types of DWIs so that people don't get convictions,
I
right?
understand.
But, we never do them, right? But you can, right? And it's surprising that no people do deferreds on DWIs.
Traditionally in Harris County, Judge, we don't even offer deferreds on DWIs.
But if we were, theoretically, if you go without an agreed recommendation, we could, and I think that we may have. I don't remember, but
So they don't
You have to-
grant deferred here then in Harris County.
no, you can. It's
You have to pay more money, so it sounds like.
no, it's not about money. It's about, there are other options that are better
Okay,
for some. So
I think that's probably why I didn't do it, because they didn't give me the option to.
we always do, though. Every single case. I talk to every single person that comes up here, and I make sure, hey, look, you're making a lifetime decision. Are you sure that you want to do this? Because it's not Target. You can't return it once you do it.
Yeah,
I literally, every person I scrutinize, micromanage. That's why we're still here. It's 1:10 when most judges are gone by
I
now, right?
understand. Yeah, people tell me.
I really care about everybody that rolls here, and I want everybody to get the great result. And I don't know what was happening in your life at the time when this happened. Why did it end up like this? Was there something other? Did you have other charges elsewhere? If you can show me in the law that I can, then let's talk. That means you got to get it,
In writing.
No. Go through the actual, this is the Code of Criminal Procedure. In here, there are certain provisions with regard to non-disclosures, who is eligible for them. You have to read it, you got to digest it. You definitely are not, I don't think you're, I can't give you legal advice, right?
Yeah, I understand. It's something I need to do, but I don't know. I just want something to be done. I just don't know what can be done. Doesn't sound like anything, which really sucks for me, but.
Nice. Yeah, and then the thing is that I even tell people that, within a certain amount of time, if you get buyer's remorse, within 30 days of doing something, we've really reopened cases for people who get buyer's remorse. But here, the case is 5 years old. I have no jurisdiction. Even if I wanted to reopen it to do something, I can't. The only advice.
Any service I can do, like any extra thing I can do?
What I would do is really go to a lawyer. You're going to have to spend a little bit of money. Go to a lawyer and fine tooth comb non-disclosure law.
Okay.
And see, is there an out? Is there this? Is there that?
Mm-hmm. Just ask questions. Okay.
You may have to hire a lawyer to really dig into it to see what you can do. Okay. But I can't give you legal advice. I can't sit there and comb the code with you to see, is there a provision that would get it? Because there's so many little nuances here and there. Right. Even so much as a 0.15 or above or 0.15 or below, how long it'll suspend your license versus this, there's just so many little nuances. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. What was that book called again?
The Code of Criminal Procedure.
Okay, all right,
So,
thank you.
and right, Google Code of Criminal Procedure, Texas non-disclosure, and even if you do that in Google, you'll have so many other lawyers' sites. Read through all those.
Okay,
But I don't think that I can. Once you plead guilty, that's it. That's why I caution everybody, when you take the easy way out, when you do something like this, it's a lifetime thing.
yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Sorry, Ms. Wickenoff.
Guys, if you're feeling the effects of a swollen prostate, don't wait for it to get worse. You don't need meds, surgery, or stuff like saw palmetto to get relief. There's a much better way. It takes just 7 seconds, and you can do this from home. Let me explain. Half of all men are developing swollen prostates younger than ever, and billions of dollars are spent each year on solutions to help them. So why aren't these prostate problems going away? Simple. None of those so-called solutions actually address the real cause of prostate growth. Because if they were, we'd have nothing to talk about right now. But hopefully, this may be the last time we ever have to talk about prostate-related issues. Hi, Dr. Kyle Stevenson here. I'm a board-certified surgeon, and in my years of experience working with men, from elite athletes at the Boston Celtics and Harvard University Athletics, to aging veterans and hardworking retirees, I've had countless patients asking me how they can get natural relief for their prostate symptoms. So let me tell you, getting a swollen prostate to shrink is actually not complicated or hard if you're doing it the right way. It is possible and relatively easy and fast for any man to shrink their prostate, restore a stronger stream, and sleep.
Hi, Ms. Burnett.
Hello.
Okay, so it looks like you're wanted somewhere. I don't know where.
One out of Rutherford County, Tennessee. Warrant was issued out on September 9, 2024 for 3 charges: theft of property, $60,000 to $250,000, and identity theft of at least 10 counts, and a fraudulent use of a $60,000 to $250,000. I will obviously be opposed to a bond. She already waived November 20th.
Does she have an open local as well?
No, Judge.
Why did it get reset so much?
I do not know. Well, it's carried over.
Oh, it's carried. Okay. Ms. Oko.
Sure. So Ms. Burnett just told me that she's a victim of identity theft. So she's believing that this is just stemming up from someone else using her identity to do different things that she has no, and she did write a report on this, I believe a few weeks before this charge came down on her.
So you're telling me that the felony capias and the $60,000 to $250,000 theft of property and the 10-count identity theft, the fraudulent use of a debit card of $60,000 to $250,000, all that was someone else?
Yes, Judge, that's what I'm being told. Ms. Burnett, go ahead.
Yes, so last year I already filed a police report against Cash's bond. He stole my social security number and he used it to open up an electricity bill in my name. And I also have other charges against him regarding burglary of inhabitation. He broke into my house and stole my phone and he stole money from me. And he also put his hands on me. So I'm guessing these charges are from him. I've never been to Tennessee before in my life.
How do we verify that?
That I've never been to Tennessee?
No, well, I mean, the problem is that, a lot of people tell me something, right, when in fact the sky is blue instead of purple. People come in here, tell me, yeah, the sky's purple. Man, this pig was blue. And what? Pigs are pink. Yeah, man, this pig was blue. You got to believe it.
I have proof of being in Houston on those dates, whatever dates they're saying.
Okay, so I guess, I could have you get with the lawyer somehow, you guys. We've given you a lawyer. She's here to help you out in whatever manner that they can. I would suggest that you guys get together to figure out how. That's a lot of baggage.
Yeah, I was working with the assistant district attorney. We were pressing charges on him. So I didn't know he was out of jail. He was supposed to be in jail still.
I guess I could have you guys talk about it. You've already waived, right?
Yes, Judge.
Do you know if Tennessee's going to come get her?
far as I know, they are, unless they tell me different from 5 days ago, but the waiver was sent on the day she signed with the magistrate, so they would have told me.
You basically have 9 days left.
With the nature of the offenses, they can be done remotely because their identity, the very nature of the offense is that they could be done remotely. And if it was similar to conversion for the theft of property, they could have occurred from here, but the impact in Tennessee.
And here's the deal. We give the other jurisdiction 14 days to come get you. You've already been sitting in there and you waived already. So they only have 9 days to come and get you. If they don't come within that time, Harris County releases you. So, but I'll tell you, even if Harris County releases you, that warrant is always going to remain out there until you go back to Tennessee and try to take care of it one way or the other.
I don't mind going to Tennessee. I have transportation. I just don't want to remain in custody.
I know, no one does, right? But
and I was told there was some type of video, so I don't see how it could be electronically done.
Also, it is worth noting that I never.
We don't know. We're speculating. We don't know.
The judge told me when I went to court on Wednesday night.
What was on video?
They said they have a video of me and Cassius Bond in Tennessee.
Okay. Just give me a second, Jake. Okay. I don't get access to any of that. Right here, all we were worried about is identity. Are you Naomi Burnett? And if you are, we establish the identity, that the charges are proper. If so, how do we go forward? A lot of times we let someone bond out if the person is not a danger, right? And we know that they're going to go back. But we don't know much about you, you know.
I have no criminal record. I have a degree, a bachelor's degree.
So if it's a matter of verifying the identity, if she's contesting identity, then she can withdraw the waiver and we can go for a governor's warrant. Or
I don't think she's contesting identity. She wants a bond, is what she wants.
Like I said, with the amount in the offense, with 2 to 50,000 on both theft of property and fraudulent use of credit card, and the fact that it's 10, which would be a third degree or second degree felony here, is that I'd be opposed with the sheer amount that is being alleged.
Yeah, one of the other things is that the higher level of charges, the more unlikely it is that we're going to give a bond, because the higher likelihood a person has of taking flight and not going back. So I don't know at this time whether I'm comfortable in setting you a bond. Okay. I don't know what connections you have here. I don't know what connections you have there. And the last thing I want to do is lose you, because that's a lot of stuff to answer to. And we want to make sure that, you know, whoever it is that has those charges is able to answer up to those charges. So
I also say that I already have a lawyer ready in Tennessee.
So what we can do here, is I can have you talk with Ms. Oko, figure out if there's some way that you can show that it's someone else, right? And if so, then we can talk more. Okay. But understand that I can't just take your word for it, you know?
Understand?
Okay, so
even if I have police reports on him for already stealing my identity.
I'll let you talk with Ms. Oko, see what you can formulate, craft some kind of plan so that they're satisfied and I'm satisfied, and then we'll go from there. Okay. It's not a no. I mean, it's an uphill battle, but it's not a definite no at this point. Okay.
Understand.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Thanks. And you know, just give me a heads up if you have anything, you know, different.
I have a Stephen Butler on your docket.
Okay.
This is a case where no, it's not. We had subpoenaed the officer because the video had not been provided, and I was told that it could take up to 9 months. The last time we were here, you asked us to subpoena the officer to see what the status is, and the video has not been provided still. The officer is here. The state has told me that there are some, I guess, staffing issues, and that's what's causing the backlog.
But it's uploaded to a system. I mean, they upload it directly to a system as soon as they get here.
But right, Judge, so I can have the officer explain what the system is, but basically the way it works out, he's here, ready to tell you about it. But what happens is they have their body cam, they record the traffic stop, right? Once they go back to JPC or wherever they go to dock their body cam, they remove it from their plate, they dock it. That dock takes the video file from their body cam and puts it on the dock.
Okay.
The officer then removes the body cam from the dock and places it back on the plate. Once it's on that dock, the officer doesn't have accessibility to that body cam. There's somebody whose position it is in HPD to upload that body cam to ELC, which provides it to the state, and then we can share it to defense.
Okay.
The people that had those positions were recently either fired or left. So now they're hiring and training new people, onboarding them to upload HPD body cam. But the number they gave us specifically was 9 months for the backlog. I know
don't
that's
care.
obviously unacceptable. I know.
9 months is way too long. It's unacceptable. Justice delayed, justice denied. And I mean, we set cases for trial at 180 days. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you we got to have a compliance hearing at some point, and if you can't get it, then you can't get it. I mean, we just go forward without it.
And Judge, I did offer chief approved PTI today, and they were asking about informal PTI. I think what's going to happen at this point is defense is going to email Beadle, tell him about the situation, what the possibilities are, to see what the eligibility is for.
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would ask, Judge, is at this point, would you be inclined to set it for trial and just to kind of push them to, I mean, because I don't.
Sure, of course. Tony, whatever you want, you can have it.
I just don't want to be sitting around waiting for a video.
Just the only thing is I got to be fair to them too. So I got to give them the 30 days so that they can do their diligence, get the subpoenas on file and do what they need to do. And then that's it. Right. If they don't have it, they don't have it. And in the interim, if there's something else, like they were to
miraculously come up with
I don't know. Whatever you want.
Sure.
I will tell you this, that the next trial setting that we have is January 7th. Because of the holiday, no juries after it's 12th, 13th, or maybe of December. We don't have any more juries. So that's why it will bump you up into January. But so it's up to you. But the next trial.
Talk to them and see if there's, if there's something we can work out. If not, then I'll just let their coordinator know, I guess. Or
God, that's going to be a nightmare for so many other cases now. I mean, there's got to be a quicker way than 9 months
Apparently that's the onboarding process to teach them how to properly share it. I don't know how it could take that long, but
plug in this here, push a button, download. I mean, we're splitting the ad. Okay, I know. I'm just bitching and moaning. Just bitching and moaning.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you,
Tony. Of course. Hey, guys, coming up.
Fleischier, sir, Tran, and Lofton.
All right, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All you guys you speak English?
Yes, I do. Not very well.
Okay, if you don't understand something, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
There's a translator outside for Mr. Tran. I just did it. I didn't know that Chisholm was going to be on Zoom, but he's outside.
Is it?
I don't know if it's a certified translator, but someone is here to translate for Mr. Tran.
Is it a court translator or is it just one of his homeboys?
Walk down the courtroom. They want to speak with Chisholm, his wife, and the translator. So I don't know how far.
Yeah, I don't know how down I am with that. Yeah. Okay. So let's just try to go. I can always try to get is Vietnamese.
Yes, I am.
I can always try to get a Vietnamese.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, you are wanted from another state. You want to get a bond set on all of them, Ms. Chisholm?
No, Judge. Mr. Fisher, Mr. Tran wanted to get a bond set. I believe Mr. Lofton does have a local case, but he wanted to understand clearly if his local case would take precedence over the warrant that he's got out. So I believe he's got a hearing set for December 9th. Is it a felony, Mr. Lofton?
He's charged with 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance here. It looks like they're both less than a gram cases. And he has the open fugitive case. It looks like you are wanted.
He's wanted out of East Baton Rouge Parish for monetary instrument abuse, theft, and bank fraud. He has a $5,000 bond split between the state jail PCS. Next thing is Paul and I. They override the fugitive case right now, so he'll be trying to be locals. He's already waiting on November.
Okay, so essentially what happens, because you have not made bond on those cases upstairs in the felony cases, you usually give whatever jurisdiction wants you 14 days to come get you. but you can't have any holds. You have a hold, and the hold is the fact that you've not made bond on those felony cases. So because of that, the 14 days is told, meaning it's kind of put on hold until you either take care of those cases upstairs or you make bond on it. So if you talk to family members and have them pony up to $5,000 to get you on bond on both felony cases, at that point, that's when the 14 days starts running. And I'll tell you, you're wanted out of Louisiana. So we have so many buses coming in and out of Louisiana that once you do actually make bond, you'll probably be on your way to Louisiana within the next 2 to 3 days. You got to make bond. So I don't know, if you can talk to Chisholm, perhaps you can help reach out to family members to see if you have someone that can kind of, post those bonds for you.
And Judge, he does say that he's got court on the 9th of December and he anticipates it'll get resolved on that day. So, but that's what he anticipates, but I'll talk to him later on.
Just be careful what you do. Don't make a decision on a rush, because it's never a good, just gotta always be careful. Okay, so,
For years, nearly every solution for erectile dysfunction has focused
you were wanted out of Arizona for money laundering. What do you say on Mr. Tran?
And I'm not opposed to a bond, but I would be opposed to a low bond. The warrant's been issued since 2018. His only history is a POM. And so, I'm not against one being set, but I want to make sure that there are assurances that he is able to secure transport back to Arizona and to take care of the warrant. I think that's part of why his wife and the interpreter are here. And so if he's able
that shows he's got some support. So that's good.
The fact that the warrant's been open for 6 years is obviously a concern. But other than that,
well, I guess let's do this. If you're unopposed, see what you guys can come up with as far as a bond amount, and then I'm game.
Yes, sir.
And the last gentleman?
Mr. Fisher, Your Honor.
Mr. Fisher, I would be opposed to a bond. He's wanted for burglary out of Orange County. However, he had a prior fugitive just case 3 months ago out of Tennessee. It's not out of this warrant from Florida, and I can't nail it down yet. I haven't reached out to him to figure out what that arrest was. But the fact that he was wanted as a fugitive just 3 months prior.
We didn't give him a bond though, did we?
I'm sorry?
Did we give him a bond? No.
No, this is a first setting judge, but
No. On the prior fugitive case.
No, that was.
Oh, in another state.
Right, he was arrested in Tennessee for an unknown warrant. I don't know where the originating agency is, but he has a local theft. He did make bond for $20,000. It's a felony, a third-degree felony, but he has a considerable amount of history, which is why I'm opposed. In addition to what you see on your screen, for locals, well, if you want me to go down the list, I will, but he has 15 pages of criminal history in 3 different states. To say nothing of the fact that he's had an aggravated robbery in history as well. So I would be opposed to.
I'm curious. Go, man.
Okay,
This is you.
For other than Tennessee, he's wanted for third degree or burglary in Oklahoma, conspiracy to commit a felony. He's wanted for I'm knowing this way false, but yeah. He's wanted for
You're singing it, Dave. Come on,
trying to
sing it.
Oh, I guess that's what I was thinking. Is a fugitive case out of Tennessee, and then the other one being in Oklahoma, and all the robbery, the felon possession of weapon, and the fact that he had prior ag rod, evading in a motor vehicle. So he's the definition of a flight risk. He literally fled from the police in a vehicle, and so because of all those reasons, I would be opposed to a bond.
Your Honor, he does have family here in Harris County. That's mostly why he is here in Harris County. He's not trying to essentially run from this warrant. He wants to go take care of it, and he would like to take care of it. He wants to take care of it next Monday. That way he can spend Thanksgiving with his family. And so we would request a bond at this time.
You have 13 pages of criminal history. You've picked up a felony theft of $30,000 to $150,000, and you want me to set you a bond? Really? No. You have a prior fugitive case. I don't know what happened with that, but I would bet that if I give you a bond now, you might pick up a new case, might take flight. I don't want that to happen. The good news is that you've made bond on this case, so the 14 days will start running, as opposed to what happened with the gentleman here, where it's kind of in a standstill. So it's Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Florida has 14 days to come get you. And if they don't, and I'm going to tell you now, I don't give multiple bonds on fugitive cases. You get one shot. You already have had a prior fugitive case. So you know what you got to do. And when you don't, there's serious consequences. What? Tell me, Mr. Fisher, what? I mean,
the case that he's talking about from Tennessee, I was pulled over and they took me to jail in Tennessee. I had a warrant from Harris County. I got extradited here and I bonded out here. I never caught a case in Tennessee. They just held me, extradited me back to Harris County. But I didn't run from it. I'm handling it right now. I check in my bonds, everything. I'm not running. Even the case dealing with Florida.
Don't run. Stop. Just take care of it once and for all.
Sir.
Straighten up and fly right. It's not hard. Get a job. You got kids?
Yes, sir.
How many kids you got?
2.
Come on. While you're out here, who's taking care of those kids? Probably someone you don't want.
See, that's like the Florida situation. It's old. Like it's nothing new that I picked up. It's old. Like in my past, just catching up with me. I wasn't it's not on my mind to run it out. Like I really want to handle the Florida situation, but I just don't want to miss a holiday with my family. But I will handle the Florida situation.
Concern is you getting back to Florida, taking care of it once and for all. I understand you may miss a holiday, but man up, go back, get it done, and live your life the right way. Okay. So let's do this. Has Fisher already waived or no?
Yes, Judge. I believe all 3 of them have waived, except for Mr. Tran. Mr. Tran, did you
I'm
sign a waiver?
willing to do a bond with you guys on Tran. If you guys can come up to the mount, I'm happy. And then with the other 2 gentlemen, we'll just wait and see. Okay.
I'll email you Chisholm on Tran.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. And I
Thank
did
you,
have
Mr.
one more, but I'll come back on it.
Take your time, no rush.
Yes, Judge. Thank you. And Judge, I'm sorry, real quick, I'm gonna need Miss Naomi Burnett as well.
She's on the other side. I have to wait all the
Yeah,
guys out
bear
first.
with us and let me get the gentleman out and then we'll get her out.
Okay, Judge.
Okay, so, Dave, did you agree on the bond with,
So she got me down a little bit, but so she wanted 3,000 and she got me down to 7,500, but I will represent the court. I feel strongly about it, so I'll just defer to the court.
so she wants 3,000 and you want 7,500?
And my only concern regarding the fugitive case is just the age of the warrant. I mean, the offense itself is obviously not as severe as some of the other ones. It's just the age of the warrant.
Okay, well, I'm gonna explain to him. Now, he can't screw around, because if he does, he's gonna lose big.
Yes.
We're not gonna play this game.
Yes, Judge.
So,
Yes, Judge. And real quick, I'm sorry, Judge, just the money laundering kind of case that it is, usually those are to be warrants, so they don't tell you that, hey, we're looking for you or investigating you for stuff. It's more of an account is flagged for suspicious activity, and then when that activity to them is enough for probable cause, then they issue out a warrant. So half the time, people don't know that they've got these warrants until they get picked up.
Attention fitness lovers. This is one of the biggest sales ever. Paleo Valley.
old enough to know actions have consequences. I will set your bond at $5,000. If you make the bond, you have 2 weeks to get back to, where is it?
Arizona.
Arizona, Judge.
Arizona. Do not get on a plane. They will arrest you. You need to find another way to get to Arizona. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you do not go in time, I will revoke the bond and set it at 0. You will not get another bond. Do you understand? Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
What do you have to do?
I have to go back there and take care of the case in 2 weeks.
And turn yourself in.
Am I saying?
Not just take care of the case. No, you have to turn yourself in to the jail in Arizona. Do you understand? Not just go to Arizona. You have to turn yourself in to the police in which county?
It's like Coconino. I'm familiar with
Do you understand? If you do not turn yourself in, I will revoke the bond and set it at 0. Okay? All right.
In response to disturbance, the complaint got into an argument where the defendant was verbally abusive and threw things inside the home. The complainant told the defendant that she would call the police, and while doing so, the defendant took her phone and refused to give it back. The complainant ran to a neighbor's house and attempted to use the neighbor's phone to contact the police. The defendant then took that phone and hung it up. The defendant told the officers that he took the phone because he is currently on bond for a family violence case against a previous girlfriend.
Okay. So there is probable cause to go forward with your case, Mr. Johnson. Let's do this. Let me read this to you. Okay, this is why the magistrate justified in making the bond, why they did. So it says here, defendant on bond for a pending AFM continuous charge in the 176 District Court involving a different complaining witness. Bond violation was filed in that cause 10/28/24 related to defendant's second GPS shutdown. This led to defendant's whereabouts to be unknown during that time. The first violation report was also related to GPS exclusionary zone violation. Defendant completed a deferred in 2020 on an AFM charge involving a different complaining witness. A violation report was filed in that case when defendant was arrested for a new felony offense. The allegations are that law enforcement officer was dispatched to a disturbance. Complaining witness claimed defendant was being verbally abusive and damaging items in residence. Defendant took complaining witness phone. She was contacting 911. Complaining witness ran to neighbor's residence to call 911. Defendant took neighbor's phone and hung up on 911. Defendant admitted taking complaining witness's phone because she was calling 911. Neighbor confirmed defendant hung up on 911. History of violence, threat of future violence raised numerous concerns from complaining witness's safety. Bond conditions motive entered. CCE that detention is necessary to meet a compelling government interest. That's why the bond is set at what it is.
He would like to address some of the violations. I have not discussed any of this with.
It's probably not a good idea because number one, we live stream, so the entire world sees what's going on. Number one. Number two, anything you say here, they can use it against you to prove guilt. Number three, you've not spoken with your lawyer because what you say when you think you are trying to help may in fact hurt your case. So that's why. It's probably not a good, at least until you've spoken with Antonio to see whether it's a good idea to say what you want to say.
With regards to the $20,000 bond, I believe that's excessive.
I agree with you, and I'm willing to go down, Antonio. It shows that bond was made in the felony case. Do you know what happened with that? Did he make another bond? Did they give him a PR bond on that? The bond was reinstated after all that.
The $10,000 bond?
They reinstated the bond, yeah.
Well, that's for something, Your Honor.
I don't know.
As far as what the court is going to have to decide here, the reduction, I would ask that the court take that into consideration. If the felony court has decided to reinstate.
Mr. Johnson, I want you to understand something and I want you to hear me clear. I will do everything in my power to protect the public in every single way, shape, form. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your explanation is. Jesus came down to tell you to do something. I don't care. If I find that you endanger my public, I will let loose on you and your bond. I don't care who you are, where you're going, but you better keep my county safe, because if you don't, I will make your bond sky high. And I don't care what your explanation is. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, and I'm going to tell you now, I don't play like other judges. One violation report, it's enough for me to put you in there and make the bond so high you'll have hair falling out. Do you understand? I'll reduce your bond to 10,000 now, but you're to get a GPS monitor prior to your release. And if I find that you go anywhere near this person, I'm telling you now, I'm going to let loose. You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy because I want to know that you're not using. What do you do with yourself now in life? You work?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
Construction.
Okay. Full-time job. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. So within 10 days of your release, I want proof that you're actually working. And if you don't give me proof that you're working, then I'm going to put you back. Do you understand?
Sir.
You cannot believe how much I'm micromanaged, and I'm going to micromanage the hell out of this case to make sure that number one, you're working. Number two, that you're safe to my public. And I don't care if you're kicking and screaming when you throw you back. I'm giving you now the opportunity to do what you need to do. But if you don't, I only have one place for you.
Judge, would you like a curfew on the GPS or any exclusion zone?
Yeah, the exclusion zone from the complaining witness in this case, and he's not to have any contact with her. 200 feet.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, do you have any questions?
Does it affect the other GPS I had already? Is it going to be into one?
Yeah, you're only going to get one, and we'll tack on both so that if there are any violations, they'll know, and we will know at the same time. It's nonsensical to put two different ones on you. We'll just have one, but we kind of share the information so we know, and I'm going to have on our checking it every couple of days to make sure that you're in compliance.
Okay,
Because the minute you're out of compliance, I'm going to haul you back in here. And if you don't come, we just issue a warrant. And then if you thought 20,000 was bad, just wait. I have bonds now 50. I have one bond at 150. So, just be safe. That's all we ask. There are so many other fish in the sea. I don't understand how a woman can get into your skin so bad that you will want to live in a 6x9 box. Because I tell you what, if you were calm, cool, and collective, and when they try to bait you into this BS, whatever, you just turn and walk your happy butt the other way and just play it cool. Holy moly, you'll have such a different effect on these people. Just calm, cool, and collective. Don't let people spiral you out of control. I mean, you're wearing orange now. All your priors have but to do with one thing. And if you play cool, I bet you none of that would happen. Really. So that's what life's about. Play cool, get a good person, and move on. All right. Thanks. Mr. Fox, let me express my extreme disappointment. And I think what makes me so very upset is that when people truly need help, the fact that we push it on push it along, push it along. And since day one, we've known residential has been needed.
It's time.
You now stand charged with another DWI. You're also charged with failure to, evading arrest in a motor vehicle. On that one, you're facing up to 10 years in prison, a minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
The officers observed the defendant engage in a race with another car on a road in Harris County, Texas. The officer attempted to catch up to the vehicles and was unable to catch up to the other driver. However, the officer caught up to the defendant's vehicle and attempted to initiate a traffic stop by activating lights and sirens. The defendant failed to stop and engaged officers in a 13-mile pursuit. When officers made contact, they observed the defendant step out of the driver's side of the vehicle, and the officers observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, red glassy eyes, and unsteadiness. The defendant admitted to drinking a bottle of wine and taking a Zoloft. During search of the vehicle, the officers found an empty bottle of wine and a Sonic cup that contained a liquid smelling of alcohol.
Alcohol in the car?
Yes, Judge. And the defendant refused center field sobriety test. DIC was read, and the defendant refused breath. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
What is an SOP? So here's a misconception. A lot of people think an SOP is just a boring manual that nobody ever reads, but that's not true at all. SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedure. It's basically the playbook for how work gets done. And SOPs are used in every industry: accounting, HR, IT, ops, you name it. They keep processes consistent, help train new people.
Mr. Fox, did we already have an affidavit on file that he's not supposed to drive?
Let me double check.
I am now putting this affidavit that you're not to drive. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, if you get out, because I don't know if you're getting out, then I will have a contempt hearing and you'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. I am now, if you get out, ordering you to be under home confinement. I think that your bond at $15,000 on the DWI is wholly insufficient, and I'm going to raise that to $50,000. I'm also going to raise the terroristic threat, the probation that you're on now. I'm also going to raise that to $50,000 and 50,000 and 1, 2, 3. How many cases does he have in Fort Bend open? I know he has one DWI, but what else does he have?
I believe it's just the one DWI, Judge. But Alex is gonna double check for us. And also, Judge, the complainant in the terroristic threat case did reach out to the felony prosecutor because she saw that the defendant had been arrested. She is currently has filed for divorce from the defendant, and she is requesting that he is not to be in house arrest at her house. It is under her name. So I'm not sure if that's the address we have on file, but if you were opposing house arrest, she was requesting that it's not there.
Okay, so I need to get Mr. Butler here so we can deal with this case as well, though. Do you mind perhaps reaching out to him, sending an email, or I'll also call out to the office as well to see. He's always in court. Hopefully he can be here now. And then as soon as the line dies down, I'll also reach out to him as well.
All right. There was also one last Spanish THA citizen.
Okay. So she does not want any contact with him as far as, okay, so, Mr. Fox, you're not to have contact with the complaining witness and the terroristic threat. You're not to go with where they live, work.
She just said that I'm not gonna live there. I mean, we talk every day that I'm.
You're
sitting
not,
there.
no, I mean, she doesn't want to have contact with him?
No, that's not what she said.
Judge.
And when did she call the DAs?
She emailed on November 21st. So I think that she saw that the new charges had been filed. She was just concerned, she expressed concern to the public prosecutor that if the defendant is released to his home address, that's where she's currently staying, and they are going through a divorce. I don't think she'd said anything about no contact between the two. She just requests that he's not sent,
Okay, so I won't do the no contact then. Okay. Okay, I want to have a hearing on this ASAP. I'm not waiting anymore on the stuff from, I mean, damn it, he can't do anything now. He's got these cases open anyways. Wait, just what a waste. All right, Mr. Fox, if you're released, like I said, home confinement, on one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you will get a scram ankle monitor, so we know that you're not consuming alcohol. Is that it? I guess that's it, right? No weapons. And then he'll have to, prior to release, he's going to get all those, and then you'll have to find somehow another address for him to live, James, because, we need the address prior. And I mean, I don't know if he's going to bond out now, but.
Yes, Judge.
See, but.
Can I get that rehabilitation that you had offered?
Not while cases are open. You have the case also that's open in Fort Bend as well. I don't know what's going to happen in there. I'll tell you, those cases take even longer to resolve than here. And then how are you going to be able to resolve that over there when you've got the stuff over here? So at some point, you're going to have to transfer over there, resolve stuff. It's just, it's even more of a mess now. So, all right, I guess I'm going to have you put back now. I want to wait to see if we can get Mr. Butler here today. And then if not, we'll just roll it to tomorrow until we get him.
And Judge, I have 2 more in custody.
Okay, who's next? Guys, you're in front of me because you are currently in custody. Your lawyer wants me to let you guys out. I mean, I don't know. We'll see, I guess, Let's start with it's Lane, right?
That's right, Your Honor.
So you initially are charged with evading arrest. We give you a bond, we let you out, and now you've picked up a new case. You've picked up a criminal mischief. You're facing, I think it's even a Class A. You're facing, up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. I have no idea what happened on your new case, so let's find out. Guys?
So officers were conducting a follow-up report related to an incident that occurred on November 21st. The complainant, the manager of Fannin Food Mart, stated that the defendant entered his store and had an altercation with him. The complainant told the defendant to leave. When the complainant returned to work the following day, he saw that the front window had been broken. The complainant reviewed surveillance and saw an individual throw something at the window who was wearing the same outfit as the defendant had earlier. Additionally, later that day, the complainant saw the defendant walk near the store wearing the same outfit as the individual in the surveillance. The officer reviewed the surveillance and confirmed what the CW complainant had seen.
Okay. What are you doing with yourself now these days, Mr. Lane?
Presently, I'm not doing anything. I'm unemployed. I was an attorney for 15 years in Chicago, Illinois, and I moved here in July or late June.
You're a lawyer?
Well, I don't know if I'm currently licensed. I let my license go. I did MCLEs. I was supposed to do them over the summer. I had them due, and I just decided not to go back to Illinois. So
you didn't like being a lawyer?
I love being a lawyer. No, I love.
Just stop.
I'm sorry.
Why stop?
Because in order to practice here, which is my new home, it would have been It would have been a process of, I think, taking a bar, 3 days, I think you guys have.
Yeah, it's
And, yeah. And I had some other things going on in my life that, producing.
You have in your life now.
Who?
Yeah.
Family, nobody in this area, but my mother and father, they live in San Francisco area, and my younger sister does too. My father's a retired lawyer, my sister's a lawyer, my older brother is in, a different
They know
field.
that you're here in this now?
No.
Can we reach out to them?
Sure. I mean, if you.
Well, here's the problem, Mr. Lane, is that we gave you a free bond, you've picked up a new case. And the last thing I want is to just let you go and you're going to be roaming the streets of Houston. It's just not a good place to roam. And if you've got nowhere to go, if you've got nothing to do, it could be a recipe for trouble. And that's why I want to let you out, but not just to the streets. If you have a place to go to, if you've got family, if someone's willing to take you in, then we can work something. But for you to just be let out on the street.
Right. I was going to defer to my counsel here to make these sorts of arguments. I'm not used to appearing in this sort of forum, but I'd be happy to speak to the circumstance of
Can
being
you mind
homeless.
if he reaches out to family to see if they can help?
I'm not sure. Well, again,
I can reach out to any family members if you want, if you're comfortable with me doing that. I just don't want to do that if you don't want me to, but.
Well, I don't understand the purpose to have them pay a bond.
No.
For help.
What Judge is concerned about is you having some sort of place to stay where you're safe, so that you can comply with bond conditions, come to court when asked, and we know that you have a place to be. So if that's a homeless shelter or Star of Hope or something.
More importantly, that you, number one, don't get into any trouble, and number two, don't be a danger to the public, because we want our public to be safe, secure. And that's it. And if you're on the street, you're roaming, you've got nowhere to go, you've got no food to eat, it's a recipe for disaster. But if we can get your family involved and let them know what's going on with you now, perhaps they're willing to come down, speak with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have a larger extended family that really should be bearing this burden, because they were the ones who convinced me to come to Houston in the first place and to stay here. And
you can reach out to whoever you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Anyone you want. As long as they have a phone number, then hey.
Well, sure. I mean, I'm amenable to that. I'm not sure if that's a solution here that has anything to do with my bond, or because they gave me like a $5,000 bond or something. I don't really know.
Yeah, your bond's now, it's $100 on the evading, and then it's $5,000 on the criminal mischief.
Is there anyone you could stay with in the Houston area?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, I know of one person in the Houston area, and a few others that could possibly be called. I don't really know all their names, but people I met along the way.
Are you comfortable with me calling someone for you in the Houston area?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Sure.
Okay.
But let's see who you try to reach out to see how we can get Mr. Lane some help.
Okay. And Judge, when you plan to give him a personal bond, and maybe when we.
No. I want to first see who we can reach out to first. If we can find someone that we have a place for him to go to, willing to help him out, then absolutely.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Lane.
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
want to give you another PR bond, but I don't want to just throw you out to the street, to the wolves.
Sure.
Okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
James is great. He's here to help you. Together, let's work something to get you the best thing that we can. Okay?
Thanks.
You folks have no idea what Honey and
Mr. Smith, not very happy with you. You were placed on a probation for unlawful carrying of a weapon. While you were on that probation, you absconded multiple times, meaning you took off. In March of 23, you picked up an assault. And then after you picked up the assault, you took off. Never heard from you again. The only reason we have you now is because you picked up a criminal trespass.
Can I speak on the March case?
Don't. I've got a bunch of district attorneys here, and I don't want you to say something that hurts your
Speak about
case.
the facts of your case. Yes.
The problem is that your lawyer is asking me to give you a PR bond to get you out. But I know if I give you a PR bond, you're going to take flight. We'll never see you again. How many times have you done it before? It's a rhetorical question. I don't want you to answer, but the problem is I have your bond at 7503 for a reason.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So we got to find out what's going on with you as well. What I'd like to do is have you TRAS'd. I want you to speak to our clinicians to see how we best go forward. I don't want to just throw you out to the wolves. You know, we want to, how do we get better? How do we make sure this doesn't happen again? How do we get you full-time employment so you can start working? Well, I don't know.
Judge.
Huh?
He works at an auto shop.
Great. But I need just more than words, right? So I'm going to have you TRAS'd. We'll set you off a couple days to see how we go forward. Okay? You understand? Okay. Do you have any family here that's willing to help you out in Houston as well?
My girlfriend, yes, sir. She was trying to buy me out today.
Who else do you have besides that?
My mother works for HPD.
Okay, that's a great start. Do you mind if he reaches out to mom? Okay, don't say anything here because, you know, I don't want you to give phone numbers or anything like that now. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you guys back. We're gonna try to see how we go forward and then we'll see you here soon, okay? All right, guys, thanks.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's it for today, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3:00 p.m. Central Time, and that would be Judge Simpson. So you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Ta-ta, cha-chow. I will see you again soon. And as always, thank you for watching, and thank you. If you're not a subscriber to this channel and you like the content that's on this channel, please do me a favor and subscribe to this channel and help this channel grow. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Never give up on this heart of mine. Put it back together every single time. highest peak, I can see it through. With your caring touch, everything's okay.